That was loud. Damn, bruh. My ears. What's up, YouTube? Velocity here, and welcome to Kill Cure, Beautiful Vice. Dude, I've been waiting for this game to come out for like 5 years, bruh. This is insane that I'm actually playing this now. I've been waiting for Yo, no, we're starting. We're starting. I'm not even gonna voice volume all the way up. Dang. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're starting. We're starting right away. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped, bro. Alright, let me stop. Let me stop.
Greetings. I am your new counselor. You deserve to die. You are a shallow, impotent little creature, incapable of humility or introspection. Your envy, spite, and deceit are matched only by your cowardice, your ignorance, your attention-seeking. Your life is defined by superficial relationships and uninspired dreams, all of which will slowly wither away under your own self-importance. What? What do you mean I'm being unnecessarily cruel? Oh, this is how I speak to all of my clients. Then why the hell are you here? If you don't want to listen to my gracious advice. Ah, I see. That killing game story. I remember now. I doubt there's much therapeutic merit in allowing you to bear witness to what can only be described as a massacre. Nevertheless, I have never been one to deny a client's request. Very well then. I will give you what you see. Don't be misled by my boorishness. This tale does hold a very personal significance for me. It was the day that I realized the futility of words, the price of ambition, and the cruel inconsequence of death. Locked in a prison where no voice could reach, I lost everything. So many harsh lessons, all taught by that man. I only hope that by the end of this journey, you too will be able to separate the fragility of delusion from the harshness of reality. Let us begin then. A tragedy that sings of virtue and vice, of solitude and sorrow, of the beautiful and the hideous. Like many such tales, this one begins with the dull and incessant monologuing of an irrelevant.
Wow. So we're irrelevant? I can't believe it. No, I don't want to believe it. Not the voice coming out of the speaker, not the bright lines of text flickering in and out, and certainly not the hastily taken mugshot of a cold, undisciplined expression, frozen in time for all to see. Breaking news.
Mitokukawa Academy headmaster Hiroharu Yotsuka was arrested in Otsu last Saturday on manslaughter charges. According to the Shiga Prefectural Police Department, the 46-year-old researcher was accused of endangering his students during a secretive experiment.
Oh my god.
Yotsuka reportedly forced students to participate in dangerous tests to maintain their scholarships. The most recent of which resulted in several injuries and one death. He has pleaded not guilty to 1 count of manslaughter and 2 counts of reckless endangerment. The trial will be held on...
This can't be it.
Are you seeing this art? Look at this, bro. Look. Just look. And this is in Japan. This is in Japan, bro. I think it is. I think. I hope that's Japanese. I hope I'm not being ignorant. But this is cool. This is cool, man.
What am I supposed to do now? All those promises you made, those speeches, those empty platitudes about virtue, was all of that for nothing? I know I didn't work hard enough. I know I haven't been the best. But I really thought that you were going to pull through for me. And I would finally have something to work towards. This can't be the end. Please, please don't let this be the end. I want to be. I have to be. I need to be an ultimate.
So, this is the end of the line for you. And here, I thought I'd be looking forward to this day. But even with everything I've done, it still wasn't enough. I was betrayed once again. I was so involved in your dream that I ended up shouldering your sin too. This time will be the last. I finally know what I have to do. The new generation, the future, they will be the key. They will be taught the true meaning of vice, and the rest of the world will submit to us. I'll begin with the person you value most. Enjoy the show, Mr. Predecessor.
That's the same art as the, that's the same artist as the person who did the, Project Eden's Garden, like, chapter, previews. That's really cool. That's really cool. Really, really cool. I like that a lot. My head, it's like about to explode. It's so dark. My eyes feel like they're on fire. Painfully agonizingly. Oh, here we go. We're already starting. I can't read. We're like, what, 10 minutes in? I can't read, bro, already. I opened them.
Caress me.
What? Where am I? I wince as my eyes slowly adjust to the light. This place doesn't look familiar. I seem to be on a desk of sorts and...
Caress me.
God, where is that sound coming from?
I don't remember my alarm being able to speak. Must be coming from here. A tape recorder?
Caress me. Now!
Fine, I get it.
Somewhat apprehensively, my wary hand inches forward and presses the button.
Rise and shine, dearest pupil Hirowaki Azuki. How'd you like the nap? I know a desk isn't the comfiest thing to sleep on.
How do they know my name?
Ah,
Let me get straight to the point. You've been kidnapped. Abducted. Yeah, whatever. What? I've been kidnapped? When? How? I try to recount the details of the last time I was awake, but this blistering headache won't let me think clearly.
hear me well.
Now, I'm sure you're deeply confused as to how that even happened. Who's doing this? Why are they doing this? Is anyone coming to help me? Who else have they kidnapped?
Know your place.
Figure it out yourself. We have more pressing matters at hand. Who is this person? And why do they sound like some kind of cartoon character?
Tempting.
You have a very simple task. Escape from this room. Succeed and I'll provide you with some small comforts of life. Food, shelter, and perhaps even freedom? Bro! Fail, and to put it bluntly, you'll be stuck here until you're skin and bones.
Let's see how this
There are
turns
3
out.
other students like yourself, all trapped in locked rooms. How sad. Be a pal and cooperate with them, would you? But hurry, only one will remain. The rest will burn? What is this, Jigsaw? Bro! Oh my god! What is that supposed to mean?
We will meet again.
Poetics aside, I'll be enabling your speaker so you can work with the other members of the summer team. The summer team? Oh, and remember to pick up your tablet. It holds the secrets. Not just to this escape room, but to the whole game. Got it? Bro's calling it a game already. That's insane.
What is this happening?
Well then, I understood absolutely none of that. Suddenly a voice echoes from the ceiling.
Missing something here.
That's Bushi.
Man, I don't know how long I can take this crap.
That's Maru.
Please calm down, ma'am. Everything will be fine.
And I forgot her name. That's the girl, the ultimate hero.
I will save you from this dire situation, though I might not come out unscathed.
Let's not go that far. I'm sure such a simple puzzle can be solved without casualties.
There seems to be 3 different people. Those must be the other students that Thing mentioned.
Am I clear?
Can anyone hear me? Hey, did anyone else hear that?
Oh?
That must be the 4th student.
What?
Are you in need of assistance?
Let me see.
Maybe you can get us out. Can you leave your room? I can try. I tried rattling the door,
No
but
chance.
the exit's locked. Damn
It
it.
can't be.
This is the outcome then.
It's no use. We have to solve this puzzle.
I'm not good with this.
Brain puzzles were never my forte. I wish there was an easier way. Maybe I could interrogate this thing, pry out some information. Buddy cop
Come
style.
on.
Behaving like the police certainly will not help
I see
us.
the problem here.
It wouldn't work regardless. It's a tape recording, not a speaker.
Gross.
They're totally spying on us,
Share
though.
your thoughts.
Excuse me, can all of you tell me exactly what you have in your room? I take a moment to survey my surroundings.
I'm not sure.
There seems to be some kind of strange mechanism on the
I
wall
will
here.
need more time.
I believe that's where we all have to input the solution. Once we figure it out, of course. Along with 4 empty slots in the wall, there are 4 tiles, each depicting a separate kanji. Yeah. My eyesight's still a bit blurry, so I can't properly make out the characters.
Yeah.
There's also the table I woke up on, the recorder with the message from the kidnapper,
I wonder.
and a small pink tablet. The recording mentioned that this was important, right?
Possibly, but
Now that you mention it, he did say it was relevant to the escape room. Maybe we should all try turning it on.
It's plausible.
Let me see. I gently push a small key on the right side of the tablet. And my world goes white? That is not what I was expecting to see! Are you okay?
What is that?
Did something happen when you turned it on? Let me try. No. 1,000 indescribable sensations sweep through me in an instant. It's not just my vision that seems to be affected. An incessant ringing echoes through my ears, and even my fingertips seem to tingle with some sort of malice. What is this? Eventually, the sensory bombardment afflicting me slowly subsides, and things seem to return to normal. That was horrible. Until I took a closer look at the space directly above the tablet.
Why?
What?
excuse me?
What is that? What actually is that?
My word.
It's
What?
a hologram. A hologram of a cute flower? It's some kind of tulip.
Huh?
A flower? Mine looks like a pair of ice skates. Except it's all weird and pixelated. Man, it almost feels like I've been digitized and set into some kind of old video game. My hologram, if that's what it is, seems to be a pair of shades. Upon closer inspection, it seems I'm able to physically interact with it.
What?
You can touch it? Spurred on by this revelation, my right hand reaches forward and... Oh, that's a leaf blower. Sure enough, it actually feels real. I can feel the coolness of the metal, the grooves of the nozzle, everything.
Whoa.
This stage just keeps getting weirder and weirder. I would pinch myself if I hadn't done my nails.
Share your thoughts.
What about you, 4th teammate?
I'm not sure.
Please forgive me.
My apologies. I don't know your name. What kind of object appeared when you turned on your tablet? It seems to be a leaf blower of sorts, but just as you guys said, it looks extremely pixelated.
Well,
Maybe that's because this technology is a work in progress? There's never been holograms you could touch before, or holograms in general. I took a closer look at the tablet, which I unceremoniously dropped on the table when I first turned it on. In the center of the screen, illuminated in large, sans serif letters is a phrase I can't hope to understand.
I wonder.
Augmented reality interactive audio hologram. So Aria?
Those are indeed words.
No, that's not what's written on the screen.
holy breakthrough!
You're right. Wow, this is just like something from a supervillain's evil
I'm a little
lair.
concerned.
Except this technology is clearly real and functional. Mysterious inventions beyond our wildest imaginations. Perhaps the Academy has something to do with this.
Hang on.
But what does it all mean? Like, this is cool and all, but our kidnappers didn't just put us in here to test some weird tech, right? I wonder if there's some kind of pattern in the objects that appeared when we turned on our tablets. Let's turn off this peculiar contraption for now, and take a closer look at the mechanism.
It's
Right. Ah, I gotta stop doing that. Sorry. My eyesight hasn't fully recovered, but I can finally read the kanji engraved on each tile. Summer, spring, winter, and autumn! I should have gotten that! Look, one of them has leaves, the other has snow. Yeah, like, look at that. That's simple
It's
enough.
not that deep.
Guys, isn't there a pretty obvious solution to this whole thing? There is?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially considering the 4 objects we received. If I remember correctly, our items were tulip, shades, leaf blower, and ice skates. Yeah.
Oh,
You have such great memory.
Let's just move
Right.
on.
I think I might know how to solve this puzzle. So you need to take a look at the order. Summer, spring, winter, autumn. Okay.
Thank you for your cooperation.
I'll let you take the lead from here then. What should we all put in the first slot? Ah, right. We all have to probably input the same answer to escape. The first slot should hold summer. Well, no, I can't really tell, dude. So winter's the third one. I can't tell if the first one is autumn or not, dude. This is the problem. I can't understand the kanjis because I don't speak Japanese. Let's assume the first one is... Okay, it's gotta be the second one. It's gotta be the second one, right? That's gotta be summer. Because the third one is winter and the first one is either autumn or spring. I placed the second tile into the first slot. A satisfying click echoes throughout the room, and the tile locks into place. I have a good feeling about this. That click sounded like the audio equivalent of maple syrup on noodles. Excuse me! Excuse me! No, that's not delicious!
Troubling.
That's... never mind. What? Oh my god, I already like Busho. The second slot should hold... It was summer, spring, winter, autumn. Summer, spring, winter, autumn. Dude, I can't tell. I think that's rain. I'm gonna say the fourth one. I think that's rain.
Incorrect.
Of course. Ew, no. Yeah, thanks. How am I doing? I can't read Japanese, man! Huh?
LOL.
I just tried. She said LOL, bro. I'm done. I just tried putting the tile in the second slot, and the sound it made was like ice cream on a waffle cone.
Did not see that coming.
That's a perfectly normal combination? I know, what?
Okay, short stop.
Boo, try something else. What did you just call me? Oh my god. Okay, it's the first one. Yeah. Dude, that does not look like spring. I'm sorry.
I understand.
Alright, only 2 more to go.
never fear.
The truth eludes me.
This is going where I think it's going.
My head.
Seems like it. What?
This is the outcome.
Never mind. We trust your judgment. What's next? The third slot should hold winter.
Are you unwell?
Guys, I just realized I'm an idiot. I didn't even remember the pattern I just said to myself like 4 times.
My answer is thus.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, I'm throwing. The game just started and oh my god.
I remain neutral.
Oh my god, man. Nah, that didn't happen. Y'all didn't see that. That didn't happen. There's only one left. Yeah. Well, she's acting weird. I'll ignore it for now, though. Okay. Soon after, I hear 3 identical clicks emanating from the speakers, followed by the howl of whirring gears.
What?
That has to be the door. Come on.
Well met.
Don't forget to take the tablet with you. I hurriedly grabbed the tablet, momentarily surprised by its considerable weight, and shoved it into my pocket before dashing off. We all emerged from our respective rooms, finding ourselves in a dimly lit central area. These people sure look eccentric. Is that girl wearing a superhero cosplay?
Oh, hey! It's nice to finally put faces to those voices.
Greetings. I'm glad you are all uninjured.
Hello.
She seems really timid.
Is something bothering you?
Well,
About that last puzzle.
Yeah.
It ended up being really easy, didn't it?
I'm sorry.
So, the others actually solved it way before you woke up.
Wait.
Except, I kindly advised them not to use that answer, since, you know, it seems suspiciously simple to me.
I've failed you.
We ended up discussing it for another 20 minutes while you were asleep. Haha. Really? They spent 20 minutes discussing that? Okay, so Hiroki seems like a pretty smart person, all things considered. Hey, that is really weird, though. They went through all that trouble to lock us in here, but now they're going to let us leave because we know what order the seasons are in?
I see the problem here.
Maybe the trivial nature of the answer was meant to confuse us somehow. Or maybe it was designed to test our tendencies to overanalyze. Regardless, it seems we aren't quite done yet. He points to another mechanism near the door.
I'm scared.
Yeah, these tiles say 44431. I smell another puzzle on our trail.
I understand.
I think we're supposed to place certain tiles in that furnace. Shoot.
Hang on.
Guys? The red stuff in that glass tube thingy is moving.
Huh?
What? As if on cue, a wave of sweltering heat slams into us.
I surrender.
It's getting really hot in here. Nothing the soaring glass can't handle, mind you, but it is definitely uncomfortable.
Entirely
I
unexpected.
think that thermostat represents the time limit for solving this puzzle. Don't tell me! They're gonna cook us alive?
You bitch!
No! I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna laugh. The hell did I do to deserve this? Does anyone have any ideas? There doesn't seem to be any kind of pattern to this one.
The soaring lass. Away!
Respectfully, the most helpful thing I can do right now is step
Please
aside.
forgive me.
Bruh. I admit I am also at a loss. We're gonna burn like the Amazon! Only people might actually give a crap that I'm gone. Bruh. Burn? Hurry. Only one will remain, the rest will burn. What did they mean by that? Did they really mean 3 of us will die here? Or is it something else?
No?
Maybe we should just feed them into the chute in order from 1 to 4. Simple, it worked last time, right?
Bear with me.
Or maybe we're meant to dispose of 2 4 tiles so we're left with 1 of each number?
For shame!
It's a trick. It's probably a test of wit. They're trying to scare us into jumping to conclusions, even though we don't have all the right information.
I have a plan.
And the solution is to acknowledge the fact that we don't know enough to... That's not the answer. Are you insane? Do you need medical attention? Oh my god. Let's not fight here. The heat around us begins to reach unbearable levels. With every second that passes, it becomes harder and harder to breathe. God, we really don't have the time to argue like this. I need to do something
I
now.
won't screw this up.
I didn't even get to read the options, bro. You gotta be kidding me. I hope I don't, like, get a game over or something, man. I'm gonna feed them into the furnace 1 to 4.
Kiss my grits.
Hell no! Don't tell me you're also trying to get us killed.
Can't be serious.
But you're the one who came up with that idea.
Blondes do it better.
I changed my mind. I'm always willing to consider new perspectives, you know.
Idiot.
You're impossible.
I won't screw this up.
I'm gonna dispose of 2 4 tiles. Please
Why
wait.
do you do this?
If we only have 1 of each tile, won't all the numbers get lonely?
I'll never surrender.
This feels very wrong. A true hero would never condemn anyone. Dude, are you serious? It's easier not to fight this. Try something else. As my teammates continue to bicker in the background, I close my eyes and think carefully about what I heard on the recording. The rest will burn. The furnace, the number tiles. Wait, I think I have it. I gather up every tile except for the one labeled 1 and throw them into the furnace. The falling tiles clatter against the brick walls, and a smoldering roar thunders from the furnace as the ceramic is set ablaze. I really hope you know what you're doing, because you can't exactly unburn those tiles. Just as she was about to panic, we heard the sound of the door unlocking. It seems to have worked. It did? I mean, it did!
Lost.
Freedom! Without a moment to spare, we dash into the hallway just as the air around us begins to singe our skin. Oh my god, dude. Ah, wow. Wow. What an opening, man. Holy crap. Okay. Okay. Let me drink some water, bro, cuz that was crazy. In stark contrast to the fiery prison we left behind, the next room mercifully flows with cool, refreshing air that washes over us. Aw, man. My lungs, they feel like they're on the verge of exploding. You did it, I think.
Crisis averted.
Thank you. Goodness you were with us, blonde man. Now we're finally in the clear.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Yes, it seems your quick and confident thinking saved us.
My answer is thus.
And after taking a look around, there doesn't appear to be anything particularly dangerous or peculiar in this room. Apart from that. What? He points towards the center of the room, though the rest of us are too busy recovering from our brush with death to pay attention. This guy, we were nearly burned alive, and he seems almost unfazed. It takes a while for me to regain my composure and direct my sight towards the object of interest. Exploration time. Though the story will whisk you away from this area soon enough, you still need to know how to move. Press F1 to... the Cocoa Pad. Press F2 to view previous dialogue, and press Enter to enable observation mode. Yeah. WSD to walk around, and hold Shift to sprint. Press F3 to review the game controls. I know you'll forget them by the time Chapter 1 comes out. Be grateful you have such a kind and considerate educator. Evil cackling. Beautiful. Alright. Well, we definitely cannot go back there. Dang, dude. This looks awesome. Oh, these are other areas with other students, I think. Let me talk to everyone here first. Let me talk to Busho first. I'm flattered you're striking up a conversation, but our current objective should be investigating that statue. Oh my god, dude. Really? She looks tired, man.
Lost.
Why are you just standing there? Investigate the statue already. Wait, why am I just standing here? Oh, forget it. Just take your time or whatever. Alright.
Your nefarious deeds end here!
The supervillain who trapped us here is strangely enamored with
The
pentagons.
soaring lass fights for freedom!
Not surprising, though. Five-sided buildings often have been used in the service of evil. The Pentagon? Oh, man, that's crazy. Statue. Let me stop! Let me stop. Oh, that's a cute spray. I like that. It's some kind of weird monkey statue. It's cute, but creepy at the same time.
No one is perfect.
There doesn't appear to be any input required from us. I don't believe this is another puzzle.
Oh,
Oh, that's wonderful news. That last one was going to be the death of me.
Possibly.
It
But-
would have helped if you had taken off your suit.
how violent!
I can't do that when I'm on duty. It's Oh my god. Refusal to back down from your morals. I like it.
Hi.
Hey, take a closer look at the base. There's something written there. The foot of the statue lies a curious yet haunting inscription, carefully etched in old decaying stone. As sure as the spring blossom never wilts, I will hold your hand. As sure as the summer wind never calms, I will see your smile. As sure as the autumn moon never wanes, I will earn your praise. As sure as the winter snow never melts, I will dry my tears. As sure as 1,000 years pass and I remain on this earth, I will hear your song again.
Those are indeed words.
Such a strange, sad poem, especially that last line.
What?
What's so sad about it? I think it's a lovely set of promises for the future. Well, I'm definitely not going to ruin the romance of it all by explaining it. Out of all the cryptic mumbo-jumbo I've seen today, this probably takes the cake. They have nothing else to
Let's not
say.
overdo it.
Mysterious as this is, it doesn't seem all too helpful in aiding our escape right now. Those, however, might be worth taking a look at. He gestures around us. Along the walls are 5 entrances, including the one we came from.
Powerful observation.
It seems like we have to explore a lot of different areas if we're gonna get out
Now
of here.
we eat.
If we're lucky, we may find an exit or a clue that explains our current situation.
Trust one another.
That sounds like a reasonable plan. Do you think we should split?
You're wrong.
Wait. Why did you scream?
It can't be.
I just realized that we haven't introduced ourselves yet. That's so embarrassing.
An honest mistake.
Oh,
Really?
yeah. I was so caught up with the puzzles that the thought completely slipped my mind.
Abby.
Well, now that the threat of imminent death has passed, there's no excuse. It's time you all learn who I really am. Of course she goes first.
I'm Maru Yokokume. And get this. I'm the ultimate activist. Isn't that a surprise?
Wait, really? I'm an ultimate too.
Oh, you.
What are the odds? That's amazing. Does that make my reveal a bit less impressive? But still,
Recreation is in order.
I don't think it's a coincidence exactly. I think all 4 of us are ultimates.
Really?
Wait, how do you know? The last place I recall before being kidnapped
I am deeply disappointed.
was a small speedboat bound for... What?
It's plausible.
I remember now. Now that the confusion and terror has somewhat subsided, I'm able to gather my thoughts for the first time since I woke up. It was a few months after I'd been first awarded my title. I had just received an email from the school informing me that the annual opening ceremony would be held in 2 weeks. It told me that I was to arrive at the lake's eastern port by noon and take a speedboat to the island alone. Dude, if I was an ultimate, I would never go to one of these schools. Absolutely not. How many killing? This is like the 5th killing game, bro. What is this? Every time someone is an ultimate, they get involved in some horrible crap. I would never go to one of these schools. Never.
Wait.
I got an email like that too. It looked very official, so I carried out its instructions to a T.
I remain neutral.
It was rather ominous, getting on a speedboat. It used some sort of autopilot, and there wasn't anyone around either. Dude. I was asked to arrive at the lake's southern port at precisely 1 p.m. It seems the administrators wanted us to be alone when we departed.
Unacceptable.
I remember seeing the walls of the school on the horizon, and losing consciousness soon after. Does this mean the school's behind this? I mean, it's not like any random person would have known where I was. Maybe these escape rooms have something to do with that opening ceremony?
You can't be
No
serious!
way! I've studied the school's event protocol, and that furnace puzzle would never be allowed.
Cut me some slack.
How can you be so sure, puzzle dude? Are you some kind of...
I refuse to believe it.
Well, I've done my research. What, puzzle dude?
Oh, you.
Yep, all this time. Why are you... Okay. I've been calling you funny little nicknames in my head, like Man Bun Man and Super Ma'am. Hope... Bro.
The soaring lass.
I
fight
object
for
to this
freedom.
legally distinct moniker. I only respond to the soaring lass.
Let's just move on.
Anyways.
Hello again.
My name is Hiroki Izuki, but you can just call me Hiro. Hiroki, a fitting name.
Selfie.
How does she have a phone? Is that a Monami phone? Oh my god. Or Usami. Monami, Usami, whatever. That's so cool. Let me take a picture of you so I don't forget. Mara takes out a smartphone and starts tapping away at the screen.
Hello?
Judging by the clock, it's been 6 hours since I boarded that boat. We've been unconscious for a while. That's actually kind of reassuring. We haven't been gone for like 2 weeks or something.
Troubling.
You have your phone with you? Odd. When I woke up, mine was gone.
For shame.
Same for me. I assume the heathens who abducted us stole
I
it.
got nothing.
Well, it doesn't have any service, and...
You bitch!
What the hell? The camera lens is broken. Dude, are you kidding? I literally just bought this a few weeks ago.
That's rude.
That's so weird, though. Why would they leave your phone but disable everything useful? Wouldn't it be safer to just take it like they did with us?
That's just a rumor.
I don't know. Oh god, you think they might have disabled the near Bro.
How violent!
Probably. If there was a signal, then Mara would be able to alert the authorities. The email also said the opening ceremony was top secret and that I might not be able to be allowed to contact the outside world until it ended. My dad and my... Pose? I have never seen that word before. I hope I pronounced that right. Might not even realize anything is wrong. What does that mean? Hold on, let me search that up. Okay, that just means friends. That just means friends. I thought that meant like boyfriend or something. Oh, those are the guys, gals, and NB pals who helped me with my activism.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Why is that your sprite? I like, y'all are seeing this, bro. Why is she looking at me like that? Oh my god. We're pretty good at helping people organize. I think we've started somewhere around 30 strikes across the world so far. 30? That's as many as there are 310s. Yeah, that's how that works.
That's the way of the rabble-rouser.
Well, with the amount of workers' rights abuses that the gentle laborers suffer on a daily basis, I'm surprised that number isn't higher. Folks just aren't used to standing up for themselves these days, you know?
Let me see.
It's risky business. Sore legs, hoarse voices, and broken nails are only the beginning of our problems, but
Toad's excited.
there's nothing better than helping someone finally get the support they need when all is said and done. I was a little apprehensive about the whole ultimate activist thing at first, but she actually seemed serious about her talent.
Okay, short stack.
Why? Now you got me thinking.
I'm gonna strike.
Maybe the reason I was kidnapped was because of my protest activities? Believe me, Union Busters will do anything to have their way.
It's plausible.
That sounds plausible, but I don't think it explains why the rest of us are here. I've never even been to a strike.
Really?
Do baseball, soccer, or bowling strikes? Dude, no.
Let me see.
You really aren't smart, huh? I guess. Oh, if you're ever interested in joining one of our numerous picket lines, we'll welcome you with open arms.
That's just a rumor.
Just try not to tell any off-color jokes. They're very sensitive to that kind of stuff.
Sound advice.
Tempting. I do think it's important for an ultimate to contribute to the well-being of others.
Pretty awesome, right?
Plus, it must be delightful to barge into places with a megaphone and strike fear into the hearts of evildoers.
It's not that deep.
I guess protests are meant to cause a
I'm
fuss.
sorry.
I'd like to think my talent also revolves around helping people. Frankly, I'd feel bad if I was unable to contribute to either. Oh, I feel bad that I was unable to contribute to either puzzle.
I'll never surrender.
I should have been standing tall with our hearts as one, fiercely liberating us from that fellow prison.
Spandex. All spandex.
Why is that her line? Not that you stole my thunder or anything, Sarazuki. I also appreciate playing sidekick, you know?
I'm flattered.
Sarazuki? I'm flattered, but that's very formal.
Citizens, your savior is here.
Proper tiles are the utmost importance. How else is one meant to show respect for their fellow citizens? I wouldn't dare greet a stranger, no offense, without the necessary honorifics.
Did not see that coming.
Right.
Pretty awesome, right?
They're so excessive. Fret not, Sarazuki. Our time as strangers has come to an end. For now, I will introduce myself.
You may call me the Soaring Lass, the paladin of the skies and the earth, known to save any and all from peril. But if we're doing this personally, Momoe Soga works too. Ultimate local hero, at your service.
That's an actual talent.
Huh?
Local hero? Where did that helmet come from? I know, what?
Oh,
Quite the noble talent, eh?
gotta stay humble.
Nothing too grand, though. Gotta stay humble and all that, biz.
Justice sees all.
Dude, what is that sprite? I don't like that sprite, man. Some of these sprites are crazy, bro. However, some may say my devotion to justice is far beyond that of any hero before me. My triumphs are highly esteemed in small communities. I can't tell if she's role-playing. Might as well play along.
Bear with me.
I confess I am somewhat interested. What exactly are these triumphs?
Crisis averted.
One time I made the paper for stopping an altercation at the local pub. Tensions were high, bottles and hearts alike were shattered, but one gal swooped in and saved the day. You got into a bar fight?
How violent!
No way! Violence is always unnecessary.
Perish the thought!
I prefer words and the like. You see, I talked the troublesome gangsters out of it and even directed them to anger management classes. Stopping a bar fight with diplomacy alone certainly is an accomplishment. That's very cool. I take it that you're kind of like a middleman of sorts when it comes to justice? You're not an actual police officer, right? I just bit my tongue. That hurt. That really hurt, man.
Citizens!
Oh, she took it off.
Is here.
I say I'm a slice of everything. Restore peace, keep crime out of the back streets, and even tend to the elderly.
Oh.
No matter age, race, or class, all respect the soaring lass. Kinda doubt that.
I accept all requests.
So far, I've been committed to a 100% acceptance rate on all neighborhood requests.
I have a plan.
It's mostly just mundane stuff. Saving cats from trees, mowing people's lawns, pet sitting, and grabbing things from high shelves. Is that really worthy of an ultimate talent?
Hang on.
Hold up. You accept every request? Can someone, like, take advantage of that?
Perish the thought.
Not a soul in my community would dare partake in something so cruel and sinister. They would never give me unreasonable demands, or use me as a replacement Saturday housekeeper, because the old one quit over a salary dispute. Okay, so that's already happened. Oddly specific.
Justice sees all.
A piece of advice. Sometimes it's okay to place your trust in people, yeah? She's definitely a character.
Now we eat.
I've never seen so many ultimates in one place before.
Recreation is in order.
It is unfortunate that this formative experience was brought about by a kidnapping, but I suppose there's a lesson to be learned here.
What?
Really? I don't think there's much to be gained from something like this.
Please forgive me.
I see. That's not a great mindset to keep in a stressful situation such as this.
Release all negative energies.
Do not let yourself be poisoned by the world's anxieties, big or small. If there's uncertainty in your life, find a way to remove it and better yourself.
Are you kidding?
That's certainly fun and all, but your words of wisdom weren't what saved us from a human barbecue.
A powerful observation.
Okay, that was funny. That was funny. Is your talent at all related to motivational speaking? Wow. Oh my god, I hope some of you actually did get that joke. Yes, though, that's but a fraction of what I engage with. I suppose a proper introduction is in order.
My name is Busho Saji, the ultimate yoga guru. Through arts ancient and new, I aspire to achieve harmony for myself and others.
A yoga guru, that's pretty unique. I've never tried it myself, but I've heard that it's great for your health.
Should we do some asanas?
Yes, yoga is as helpful as moderate form of exercise.
Release all negative energies.
The true benefit is the outlook that it brings.
Did not see that coming.
I'm not quite sure I understand.
No one is perfect.
Yoga is the delusion of autonomy. Through constant repetition of the asanas, or body postures, we convince ourselves that we are the masters of our own minds and bodies.
This requires special attention.
Have you ever felt invigorated, perhaps, or even invincible after an arduous task? Like completing a jog or particularly difficult exam?
Yeah.
I think so.
My answer is thus.
It's the same for yoga. That feeling of accomplishment, of success after a routine emboldens the mind, easing our doubts and fears. Even though all you've done is a set of basic stretches and poses.
May we endure these trying times.
These delusions of grandeur are ever more necessary in a cynical world.
No one is perfect.
And I wholeheartedly believe that a gentle delusion is more valuable than a vicious truth.
Those are indeed words.
Wow. She is not buying it. That's so deep and stuff. Still wasn't as useful as the puzzle guy, though. That certainly is a strange attitude to have towards something as innocuous as yoga. Though I suppose people who believe the same ideas as everyone else can't really be ultimate.
I'm a little concerned.
You all seem surprised at my philosophy. I don't blame you, honestly.
That's all I have to say.
I'm certain you know what you're talking about, though, being an ultimate and all.
Possibly.
Well,
but
I do garner quite a few customers at my yoga studio, including some members of the I gotta learn how to pronounce that, because it's gonna come up constantly. The faculty of the school. No way, your classes must be pretty good to attract that kind of crowd.
Thank you for your cooperation.
One of them was the first to ask me to apply to the school, actually.
Entirely
I
unexpected.
do hope our prior relationship didn't affect the admissions process, though. That would hardly be fair. Right.
This tension.
Oh my, the energy in this room became quite oppressive all of a sudden.
Should we do some asanas?
Perhaps we should try some asanas? Attempting to escape this place without a strong mindset would be a fool's errand.
Let's just move
Maybe
on.
later.
Hey,
Well, that's everyone, right?
catch you later.
If we got introductions down, I think we should search for help.
Are you unwell?
Hold your horses. Hiroki still has yet to share his talent. It'd be quite rude of us to exclude a fellow ultimate, wouldn't it not?
You.
Oh, damn, I didn't even realize.
You're under citizen's arrest.
You're withholding information? No, it's not like that.
It was
I just
nothing.
didn't think it was important.
V.
Neither did I. Wow, okay.
Sir,
He got mad! Oh my god! Of course it's important, Sarazuki. With our blessed talents in unison, escape is all but assured.
super job.
So go on, tell us.
Exactly.
Yeah, spill. Alright, fine.
I'm the ultimate apprentice. It's an unusual talent, but I'm glad to have it.
That is such a weird ultimate.
My word.
Interesting. I didn't know one can excel at being an apprentice.
Huh?
Yeah, isn't your title kind of saying experienced novice or something?
Excuse me?
It's a complicated arrangement. I think it's more of like... Okay, so let's say, like, someone is like the ultimate baseball player, right? I think he would be like the second best at whatever that is. So he's really good at like everything. I think that's what they're trying to say when they're saying he's the ultimate apprentice. It isn't, but they don't need to know that. Don't mess this up now, Hiroki.
I've worked hard.
During high school, I worked under a lot of different
I'm
employers,
gonna strike.
likely due to lax child labor laws. Please continue.
What can
Right.
I say?
And I guess a lot of my bosses were impressed by how adaptable I was.
Jack of all trades.
Baking, fishing, woodworking, waiting tables. I really can't remember all the stuff that I did, but I guess I was pretty good.
Holy breakthrough.
So you're almost like an ultimate, since you know you can do so. I literally just said that. He's basically the ultimate. He's good at everything, man.
Selfie.
That's a really cool ultimate. No kidding. Maybe that's why you're able to solve the puzzle so easily. You just be like the king of random knowledge. That's insane. That feels like an insult, honestly. That feels like a backhanded insult. I'm not gonna lie.
Flattered.
I guess so. Most of my talents are like trade skills and secretary work, that type of deal. I don't know how to do literally everything. Well, the fact that you even feel the need to acknowledge that is an achievement in and of itself.
You've improved.
You should be proud, Hiroki. My instincts tell me that your talent will be invaluable as we seek escape from your kidnappers.
I'm grateful.
Thanks. Think that went pretty well. Why'd you scream? If all of us are ultimates, you think our kidnappers might have captured even more of us? Well, I guess we'll find out if we search those
This
rooms.
requires special attention.
Yes, however, I don't think it would be wise to remain in a large group.
Unacceptable.
If our entire group of 4 were caught by surprise, the result would be disastrous.
I understand.
Let's split into pairs then. If we find anything notable, we can meet back here.
Totes excited.
Alright then, Hero, you're coming with me. I need someone who's actually willing to follow my instructions. That's crazy. And look at her! Look at how smug she looks when she's saying that, bro. Oh my god.
Sir.
Alright, then I'll go with Sir Saiji.
Sound advice.
Very well. For now, Momo and I will search the room directly left the passage we came from. Let's reconvene here shortly. I'm still unsure if we'll find anyone else, but if we do, it'd be prudent to have them meet us here as well.
Yeah.
The first thing I want to check is that big circular door over there. It's different from all the others, so it might be our ticket out of here.
It's plausible.
Let me try. Yeah, it's not gonna open.
Get me out of here.
It's locked. I don't even see a keyhole, so you might only be able to open it from the other side.
What?
What? And here I thought we were finally going to escape this place.
It can't be.
Alright, fine. Let's try another way.
Let me see.
How about that one? One to the right of the passage we came from.
Well, I'm
Sure.
off.
Alright. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh no.
Are you sure someone will come looking for us?
Without question.
I'm positive. Once my supporters notice my absence, they'll surely spare no expense for a search party.
Hello?
Hero, there really are more people.
Please?
I didn't realize auto was on, my bad. Wow, yeah, her skin is blue. Please don't be scared.
I hope we can get along.
We're not bad guys. I think? What do you mean I think?
Hang on.
You think?
I'm keeping an eye on you.
You two, please lower your voices. You might frighten someone. Sorry, big guy. Are you two also kidnapped ultimates?
That is correct.
Indeed so. The four of us were already... The four of us? We're already worrying enough, but if there's even more, then well...
Is it so?
Did you two come from one of those stupid mean escape thingies? How did you know what I was going to say? It's my psychic ability. I don't like that. See the flower on my head? It's like an antenna. Really?
Don't worry about me.
Nope. I don't even know what it is. Oh my god.
Oh, fantastique.
It just grew out of my skull one day and I've learned to live with it. It's super cute, isn't it? I think you should seek medical attention.
Bro.
Dude, yeah, totally. Maru leans over to me with a poorly... You think she's like a real-life Frankenstein or something?
That's rude.
Maru, that's rude. Clearly she's going for more of a zombie look.
Hello again.
Anyway, yes, we did come from an escape room. It was horrifying. I assume you two also completed one?
Concerning tale.
Precisely. And it wasn't just us, we had two other compatriots as well.
Oh,
But both of them ditched us. They were really mean. What?
not fantastique.
One of them called me a smurf and the other just ignored me. What?
I may have a solution.
It's alright. I'm sure they were merely affected by the stress of the situation. Let's ditch them too, big man. Big man and blue girl gets the
Let us
world.
assemble.
Setting that aside, you're both in the same situation as us, correct? Given our circumstances, it would be acceptable to share our names.
Why are you so obsessed
You know,
with me?
normally I'm hesitant about introducing myself to shitty types, but considering I'm basically a kidnapped celebrity at this point, who go, bro, it's not only about you, Maru! Oh my god!
This is...
Shady? What are you insinuating?
Selfie.
I'm Maru, the pretty well-known ultimate activist. Oh my god. And my buddy over here is Puzzle Dude. I mean,
I give up.
Hiroki. Ultimate Apprentice. It's nice to meet you.
We all play a part.
Likewise.
My full name is Yato Stonecrown. Though I am reluctant to flaunt such a grandiose title, I am known as the Ultimate Mayor.
That's a cool ultimate.
Huh?
Mayor?
Yes?
For 2 glorious prolific years, I was the mayor of a small resort town in the American state of North Dakota. Wow!
I am here to help.
I put my political career on hold to attend, as an exchange student and plan to learn much in the way of statecraft and leadership before I return. I knew it had a strong foreign presence, but an actual mayor as an exchange student? I guess that explains the age difference, but it's still scary to think there's a genuine politician in our midst.
Those are indeed
I
words.
see.
Are you certain?
What is that glare for? Nothing. Just making sure you're not corrupt.
I would never.
What? Would never dream of such a thing. My office values transparency over everything
Are you
else.
kidding?
That's what politicians say. Oh
If
my
it
god.
would please you.
Well, I would argue that I'm quite different from them. One can't exactly read my mind, but I assure you I work for the common people, not for self-enrichment.
Okay, short stack.
You got a list of all the bills you pass?
I cannot assist
Not on hand.
here.
Rude.
Stop, halt, cease, desist! Can we not fight, please? I have something better to focus on.
Hello again.
I've been planning out my introduction for like 5 minutes now, and I think I'm finally ready for it.
Did not see that
Been
coming.
planning?
Oui, oui.
Of course! How else am I supposed to make a memorable first impression? Your appearance has already made one, that's for sure.
My name's Fan-Fan. Fan-Fan Long, if we're getting down to business. Though some call me Flower Pot, Fanny Pack, or the Lavender Lab Rat.
Bro.
And I've been awarded the super special awesome talent of, drum roll please, the ultimate human subject.
That's a crazy ultimate. I think that's an ultimate you'd want, man.
What?
The ultimate what? Is that why your skin is like that?
Oh,
What's the matter? Has my dramatic entrance left you speechless?
You're wrong.
No, that's totally immoral. What kind of scumbag academy awards child experimentation? Well, I was already a teenager when I got my first injection, and now I'm even older now? Bro,
My head hurts.
this gets worse! Knew coming to this place was a bad
is
idea.
that
What?
bad?
But we get free food.
Are you kidding?
That's what you're worried about? Not your skin being a color it most definitely shouldn't be?
Gross.
You look like the aftermath of a Sharpie bath gone wrong.
That's probably bad.
First off, shouldn't be has a lot of uncomfortable implications. Second, what's a Sharpie?
Now.
Bro. Let's not get all worked up.
That is all.
Perhaps there's a strong reasoning behind FanFan's ultimate title. I'm sure we can resolve these qualms you have with the Academy diplomatically.
Cut me some slack.
As in, the same Academy that kidnapped us? Seriously? I'm still not over the student spit roast, and now you want to excuse
I
this?
see.
I should probably explain.
Wouldn't you say?
It all started with the charity I founded, called the Foundation for Altruism and Nurturing Project. Doesn't that sound cute?
How will this
I'm afraid to say I'm unfamiliar with it.
Makes sense to me.
It's a foreign charity, dummy. That's why.
I wonder.
So you must be another exchange student then. I know they always accept 4 of them every year.
Really?
Yep. Though I was born in China, I knew she was Chinese. Fan, yeah. I've actually lived in Laos for most of my life. That's next to Vietnam for all you non-geographers.
We can do it.
Anyway, my charity helps support sick children by funding research for new treatments.
I'm full.
You can't release drugs without testing them on humans first, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a more passionate lab rat.
Well played.
A selfless and inspiring story. I could learn quite a lot from you, Fan. Thanks. I guess you're not a dummy after all. Wow. Well, that does make a bit more sense.
No?
Though, there's no way any drug that reaches human trials would permanently dye someone's skin blue.
Blondes do it better.
Are you sure your charity isn't like a scam or something? Bruh.
Rude.
Maru, I'm wounded by your blade of words. I need to end this before it gets any further. You two mentioned your other teammates, right? Do you have any clue where they are?
Puzzling as ever.
The small one likely concealed himself inside of one of the puzzle rooms. The small one?
I cannot assist here.
As for the other girl, I have no idea. Unfortunately, she stormed outside before we could get a word out of her. I think it's the ultimate formatum and the ultimate theorist they're talking about. Outside, but we were just out there a minute ago.
I am here to help.
That presents a problem then.
If it would please
You see, Fanfin and I were about to depart in search of them, but I wish to ease her doubts about our situation first. If you see that girl, could you beat her up for me? Maybe a punch or two? Get a good few hits in and bro. No! Fan.
Oopsies.
I'm joking, relax. Violence is super bad and stuff.
I'm keeping an eye on you.
That is exactly what he said. That's incredible. Hey, you're not my doctor. I bet you don't even have a medical license. Oh my god.
Let's just move on.
Anyways, Maru and I would be happy to help you look.
No?
I would? Yes, you would. Come with me.
remain neutral.
Yeah, you said one of them was inside a puzzle room? We'll start there then.
You are worthy of the key.
I appreciate it, Hiroki. Yes, I think it was the room on the far
Oh,
right.
I'm off.
If we find anyone, we'll let you know.
Come on.
Let's search it quickly so we can get out of here.
Let's meet up soon.
Good luck. Reluctant Maru tails me as I enter the room.
That's the way of the rabble-rouser.
That blue girl was giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
Really? I couldn't tell.
You bitch.
Shut it, you. Didn't you see her? She's like a dolled-up troll.
LOL.
Not to mention that drug testing thing is suspicious as hell. Who knows what she's on, man?
Am I clear?
That's taking it a bit far, Maru. You should be kinder to her. We don't know the full details, so we shouldn't make assumptions.
Cut me some slack.
Okay, miss... I still ain't trusting it. Dude, come on.
Let
Stop
me
being a
see.
jerk. Now let's see. What's in this room? Okay. There's Kokoro-saru. Maru approaches a cabinet at the center of the room and frowns. Is something wrong?
No?
No, I just feel an icky presence flowing from this cupboard. It's also breathing, so there's that. She reaches to open it, but he's inside. Yep. I knew he was in there! I knew it! I knew it, bro! Oh my god!
What the?
Get away from me! Kidnappers, thieves, murderers, dentists!
Dentists? Dentists? He jumps out in front of a startled Maru.
you!
Who sent you? It was that guy from the Uno debate, wasn't it?
Shut up!
I know he had to be a stubborn little Dude! Oh my god! To argue with me for over a year, but I never thought he would have me abducted.
That's bullshit!
You can't play a draw 2 and another draw 2. It's against the rules! I'm sorry, bro, but there are these things called house rules that everyone does.
You bitch!
Hero, what in the ever-loving is he talking about?
Huh?
Calm down, we've been trapped here just like you.
Asshole!
Really? Don't try to pull that crap. You assaulted me in my hiding spot.
Cut me some slack.
Could have left an occupied sign or something.
Did not see
How'd
that
you even
coming.
fit? That cupboard is way too small for any normal-sized human being.
The fuck?
You've been brought here to insult me, haven't you? I'm on to your tricks, you line-reading ingrates.
You can't be
No!
serious.
Yato and Fan asked us to look for you.
Fucking poser.
Them.
Quit dicking around!
Well, I'm fine, thank you very much. I'm going back in the closet now, and I do not wish to be disturbed.
Give me
It's a cupboard. Wait, what's your name?
Hello?
Yeah, you're an ultimate, right?
I give up.
Why are you laughing?
Fucking finally!
I'm merely envisioning you peons' expressions at the moment you learn who I
You
am.
fucking moron!
The cosmos will speak of your downfall for eons! Dude, alright, I'll keep us all in suspense, come on.
Behold, worms! Gaze upon the majesty of the ultimate forum admin! Shoko Otaki! Defy me, and I'll scour your name from the halls of the World Wide Web!
Ultimate forum admin? Are you
listening
serious? Dude. Has my greatness eroded your minds too severely to speak? What greatness? You're an admin! Bro, oh my god. I can't, bro. I can't. Or maybe you peasants have started to fathom the god that you're up against? Dude.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Shoko.
LOL.
Same, I guess. They're both holding in their words. They're not even gonna say anything.
What the?
Impossible. You mean you don't even know who I am?
You kidding?
That's
Yeah?
perfectly reasonable, to be honest. Dude, this guy has problems, man.
What?
Huh? For some reason, I thought you wouldn't take that very well.
By all means.
Well, why would you know who I am? I've only been an ultimate for 3 weeks. What?
Keep it together.
I only said what I said to test if you two are like stalkers or something.
If you say so.
And here I was thinking that you were about to go on a shocked tirade about our ignorance.
You aren't smart!
No, real ultimate would partake in that, would partake in that kind of obscene, narcissistic behavior. Certainly not someone with a passion for justice as strong as mine.
Okay, short stack.
Justice? That's a lot of hype for a forum admin.
Your mom!
Please, without people like me, there'd be chaos, legions of bots or irrelevant posts, and detestable content polluting your online experience.
If only you knew.
Because of my selflessness and unpaid sacrifice, the internet is actually usable. Dude, I don't think... You know what? I'm not gonna say anything. Why do you keep enunciating random words in the middle of your sentences?
Asshole!
It's called emphasis!
Oh, you.
It's called yelling, actually.
I remain
Maru,
neutral.
stop being cruel. But yeah, I do agree it gets a little distracting. What is that? What is that sprite? Bro, I can't with this game.
Rewrite!
Undo! Rewrite! Undo! What the?
Holy shit!
This introduction is bringing light to too many of my flawed personality traits. I implore you to forget this conversation! It's too late. I'm not forgetting this. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's... Huh. And the fact that he got back into his cupboard and closed it when there's not a handle on the inside is insane. That takes some skill. Maybe he's the ultimate cupboard closer. Maybe that's his real ultimate. Oh my god,
Come
bro.
on.
What even? I think he got embarrassed.
Catch you later.
Well, we did manage to find him in all his fun-sized glory. Guess we should tell Yato and Fan, right?
Let's
I
just
guess
move
so.
on.
So I was right. It was Shoko and the ultimate theorist girl. I don't know her name. I think her name is Hide.
Hello again.
Welcome back, guys. Good job on finding one of our missing teammates.
Greetings.
Indeed. I would have never expected that he stowed away in a wardrobe. An exciting development. You must have overheard everything from the other room.
That is correct.
His volume was difficult to miss.
Hang on.
You probably could have, helped. Instead of standing around. At the very least, a warning about his mannerisms would have been nice.
How do you say?
We don't want to trouble you any further, but even though I kind of wanted you to beat her up, I'm starting to get worried about our other teammate.
Yes?
Yeah, we took a look outside while you were gone. She truly seems to have disappeared. Could you give us a few details about her appearance?
Puzzling as ever.
Regrettably, I don't recall too much about her. I was a bit preoccupied with the puzzles.
Yuck.
Remember giving her many nicknames, but I don't think Yato would approve of most of them. We should call her Girl A.
Unexpected.
What does the A stand for? Absent, I presume? AWOL? No. Let's not get into that. Bro! Oh my god, FanFan!
Those are indeed
Well,
words.
I guess that's all we have to work with.
Let me see.
Say, why don't you come with us back to the main chamber? We can introduce you to our teammates as well. Bring Napoleon, too. I wouldn't want him working here by himself. A loud cry, if I heard that, echoes from one of the inner rooms.
It takes a village.
Right. We'll make sure he accompanies us.
Farewell.
Until we meet again. Good luck, you two.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. She's adorable, man. Maybe it's time to check on Busho and Momo. Oh, they are here. Wow. Oh, there you are. Momo and I have finished exploring the leftward passage.
Hi there.
Turns out we're not
You
alone.
needed me?
Would you like to meet them while Momo and I explore the remaining hallway?
Totes excited.
Sure. We also met some new people, but I think it'd be best if you didn't bother them too
That's
much.
rude.
Maru.
It's
I
acceptable.
see. I'll trust your judgment. Momo and I will be off then.
Bye.
Right. Be sure to let us know if you find anyone
I'm
else.
off.
Have fun, you two. I think you will get along with them swimmingly.
Bro.
I sure hope so. Oh, it is them! Oh, it's Naomi! Now that we're seeing one for the third time, I think it's safe to assume these escape rooms are all the same, and right down to the number of participants. Alright, let's talk to Iki.
Ta-da!
Oh, what the f- Wow. Alright, bro, I clicked on Iki, but she showed up for some reason. Oh, where did you come from?
Apologies, y'all.
Oh, did I startle you? My bad.
I tip my hat to that.
Busho and Momo told me you might be heading over to greet us. Was Hiro and Maru, right? That's right, and you?
Toya Imamura, the ultimate Broadway dancer. Hello, bonjour, Gru Scott, and Michael Vanen. Pleasure making an acquaintanceship with y'all.
Ultimate Broadway dancer.
Ugh, it can't be.
Hiro, we got another shout out on our hands. Seriously? Was the runt not enough? Whisper, whisper, whisper. What did you say?
You'll wanna repeat
I said,
that?
what did you say? Can you repeat that? She takes out a comically shaped instrument and puts it to her ear.
I'm all ears.
Only repeat it once, even though I said it twice. It's less confusing that way. That's even more confusing. Maru. What if Maru noticed that she picked up a few Shoko speech patterns?
Are you kidding?
Seriously, why is everyone... Wait, are you hard of hearing? Oh shoot, disregard everything I just said. I'm definitely getting in trouble with the pose for this. Oh my god.
I get ya.
I get you. It's hard for me to know if I'm speaking too loud or too soft or speaking at all, really. Don't be afraid to tell me if I can't read the room. Forgive me if I don't catch your words on the first try. I can usually make out what people are saying by focusing, but I ain't perfect.
understand.
I don't mind if that happens. I wouldn't want to be too demanding or anything.
So tell you what.
Believe me, honey, I could get real awkward sometimes.
Oops.
Once I gave a full emotional speech to my sister, really poured my heart and soul into it. Didn't cheer her up at all.
You gotta be joking.
Thought I gave a lousy speech. I did. It turns out she couldn't hear a darn thing. Talk about a waste of breath. I feel that. That's why I always carry a megaphone with me to rallies.
Good call.
That's why I wanted to go to school here, as a matter of fact.
Not listening.
Before I lost most of my hearing in that accident, I relied on my music I relied on music during my performances to keep in step. Suffice to say, I can't exactly do that anymore.
Break a leg.
The guys from this here school said I wasn't out of luck just yet, though. They told me I could learn to feel musical vibrations. To tell you the truth, it was mostly a bunch of fancy words I couldn't quite wrap my head around, but I figured it was worth a shot.
I'm grateful.
That's interesting. So you'd be using your sense of touch to stay on beat, rather than your sense of hearing.
Let's dazzle the crowd.
Once I learn everything I need, I'll be back in the spotlight, dazzling audiences the world over with my stage performance, waltzing in the sunshine.
Toad's excited.
That's awesome. I think I watched a translated version of that musical when I was a kid.
I wonder.
Do you happen to be an exchange student from America?
Pretty sharp.
Sure am, Pumpkin. My sister and I have been performing in the States our whole lives.
Ain't hearing this noise.
We lived in a teeny tiny trailer doing practice around the clock. But I'll tell you now, after going through all that, nothing's gonna stop us from reaching our goals. Not even getting kidnapped.
Cheese and crackers.
I'm gonna be one of the greats. Like, what? I think. Bro, I don't think you got those names right. Actually, I think that last guy's blind.
Tisk.
Duh, because he died like 170 years ago. Can't see nothing but dirt, wood, worms, and probably don't got eyeballs no more. I got yeah. I'm curious, how do you view this whole situation? Getting kidnapped and forced to do life-threatening escape rooms.
I'm too cheap to pay attention.
I figured that was having some kind of crazy dream, but... Oh, I figured I was having some kind of crazy dream, so I didn't pay much attention to anything until I realized that it wasn't just me. Give my teammates a hell of a headache during those puzzles, I tell you. Specifically because my tablet didn't even work.
LOL.
What? Talk about bad luck. Can we talk to your teammates then? Maybe they have more information.
Go right ahead.
Y'all don't need to ask my permission, go right ahead. At our prompting, we approached the other pair of students in the room. And whoa, it was at that moment
Be impressed.
I witnessed before my very own eyes the legendary headed snake demon, Yamata no Orochi.
Dude!
No way, that's crazy. Oh, what happened next?
As expected.
Upon the sight of such a magnificent creature, Hey, you two. Wait, are you missing an arm or am I seeing things?
That's rude.
Or you can't just...
Is this a joke?
Since you insist on hearing the outcome of our great conflict, I'll skip to that part.
Ignorant and foe.
My arm was lost in combatants with the great serpent. It was a horrific victory that day, for I suffered 2 of its titanic heads at the cost of my beloved limb.
Thanks for nothing.
Bro, what? Way to spoil the ending. I was so engaged.
I'm not talking to you.
Don't ask stupid questions that'll be answered by the end. It always ruins the story.
Are you kidding?
Sorry?
What a shame.
No worries, I have more tales to tell, many of which outshine my climactic duel with the 8-forked serpent. Dude, was he just born with was he born with one arm? Is that what happened, or is he the ultimate compulsive liar? What is this? He didn't fight a snake,
who
bro.
you're talking to?
Oh, I thought he was gonna say it. It's the nature of the ultimate angler, for I seem to be drawn to monsters that dwell in the depths.
No.
Angler? Like catching fish?
Yes, and the name forever attached to its history, the person you see before you. Iki Namiki. Though you may also call me Namiki, conqueror of the stars and the abyss.
Alright, bro. It's cool that he can fish with one arm, though. Conqueror of the stars and the abyss? That's so cool, dude.
I wonder.
If you don't mind me asking, how do you fish with only one hand?
Think before you
I
speak.
doubt you'd be able to understand. The art of one-arm fishing is too arcane for mortals to realize. What are you?
It's not that deep.
Actually, I do have some fishing experience. I wasn't amazing at it, but I apprenticed a famous sailor during summer break.
Uh-huh.
Instant regret.
You guys are also cool and interesting. I barely have any epic stories to my name.
Let me see.
Are you, like, not an ultimate or something?
Not this again.
Damn, I don't even look the part? I mean, I guess I'm pretty basic, but...
The name's Monzo Shibue, Ultimate Stuntman. And you?
Hey.
Mario Kakome, activist, and he's... Bro, that's not my name! Uzbekistan? Where did you get that kind of... What? Oh my god, this woman! I swear, bro. Ultimate is also not my ultimate!
I give
That's
up.
not even close!
That's messed up.
Bruh, These talents and names keep getting crazier and crazier. How am I supposed to keep up with this level of power creep?
I don't
At this point, I should just forfeit my talent to Namiki the Conqueror. He does way more dangerous shit than me. All I do is help out Ma at her movie studio.
Useless.
Conqueror of the stars and the abyss. That last part is most important. I'm a legendary hero, not some bloodthirsty warlord.
That's the way of the
Oh,
rabble-rouser.
you do stunt work for your mother's studio? That's cool.
You don't say.
My stepmother's studio. Thank you very much. As an ultimate shouldn't judge things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, you know. What? How would she know that, though? I'm pretty sure it's possible to lose your talent. Someone beats you during the annual challenge, that is. It's rare to underperform, but...
Back off.
Are you trying to boost my confidence? I genuinely can't tell.
I can handle anything.
Those tests are useless. No one could ever replace me.
Hello?
And how do you know?
You stand in
Well,
the presence
no
of
other angler in the
greatness.
past century has laid their eyes on the legendary 17-spotted golden koi. Am I wrong? Golden koi?
Shush.
Shh, don't scare it off now. It's an elusive creature that flees at the sight of noise.
I'm certain of it.
Many liken it to a fable, but I've seen it with my own two eyes. It's truly a sight to behold, and it's said to grant years of endless luck to those who glimpse at it. Also, it's often confused with the 16-spotted golden koi, a fish marred by its abundance, insignificance, and mediocrity. Oh, I definitely want to see the 17-spotted one, even if the only difference is a single black botch.
Your praise is appreciated.
Well, it's not a simple feat, after all. Koi is what took my feeble arm. What?
Incorrect.
I love that sprite. Hold on, didn't you just say you lost your arm to a snake demon? That's become even more bogus than it already was. Oh.
You'll see.
You see, I lost half of it to the bro. Now he's trying to cover his tracks. Come on, man. Yeah, I lost half of it to the 8-forked serpent, and the other half to the koi of legend.
The world fades.
2 and 2, yin and yang, each part of greater whole. Now neither half remains. Bro, that's tragic.
You're wrong.
And utter horse crap.
Back off.
Hey, don't be rude. This is probably a tough subject for the Conqueror of Stars and the Abyss. I imagine all the suffering he went through. Dude, Naomi has not said a single word this whole time.
It can't be.
God, you're more gullible than the 8-year-old who forged chainmail. Come on, hero, let's get out of here. Oh, bye, Monzo and Namiki the Conqueror.
Not sorry.
Stars, Abyss. Huh. Shaking her head exhaustedly, Maru leads me over to the remaining person in the room.
Hey.
Hey there. Sorry about my teammates. They were unreliable during the escape room. Yeah, I figured she was the one who figured out how to get out.
Let's get along.
Busho told us you were from the summer team. The 4 of us are the autumn team, by the way.
Hi.
I see. It seems like these escape rooms have a season motif. Wow.
What?
What do you mean? You don't know?
Say?
The entire school campus is designed around the 4 seasons. Each has its own plants, building, color scheme, and everything.
I'll be honest.
To tell you the truth, I'm pretty new to this whole business.
I'm Naomi Danjuma, ultimate architect and exchange student from Nigeria. I hope we can get along.
Guys, she's Nigerian! She's Nigerian! Let's go! Bro! Oh man, dude, you know how long I've waited for a Nigerian character to be in a Danganronpa game? Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy, and she's smart! She's smart! I'm so happy. Oh my god, I'm so happy, y'all. I'm so happy, I could cry, actually. I'm so happy. She must be the last exchange student then. That must be why she's not familiar with the school. What made you come all the way to Japan? One of my family friends is a devoted collector of traditional Japanese art, and I've been asked to design a new public gallery for him.
That's the plan.
Graduating from this school with an ultimate title would really help his gallery's prestige.
I've worked hard.
I see. I'm Hiroki, the ultimate apprentice. Sorry you ended up in this situation.
Oh, you.
And I'm Maru, an ultimate activist. Oh my god.
You did good.
I'm impressed. It probably wasn't easy to get those titles.
Trust one another.
Architecture seems pretty tough as well. I met a few architects when I worked for a carpenter a few years ago. They're very hard-working people. Yeah, it's like an art thing and a math thing at the same time. Isn't it hard to use both sides of your brain?
Oops.
Oh, you must have misunderstood.
Let's try again.
I meant that it probably required strong connections to get the administration to agree to those talents. Wow! critical hit, bro. I just got rocked. Nah, bruh. Oh my. I just got rocked, actually. That's insane.
Huh?
Connections? I mean, I know some of the staff, but I wouldn't say... Panic wells up in my chest, but I managed to squash it.
Right away.
Well, everyone who gets into the school uses them, right?
Now that's a problem.
I thought about going for a more extravagant title, but my art collector friend pointed out that we didn't have anyone on the inside who knew us.
The devil is in the details.
He proposed that a simple and straightforward talent along with a sizable donation would maximize our chances.
Props to you for being able to pull off Ultimate Apprentice, though. Could you introduce me to some of the administrators?
Excuse me?
It takes me a second to realize I'm shouting.
That's just a rumor.
Hey, Hero said he got admitted because of all the different jobs he had, and he means it.
You're wrong.
He didn't ask any bigwigs to help him out, and he certainly didn't have some fancy pants art collector make a sizable donation on his behalf. Yeah.
Am I clear?
With enough effort, I can excel at any task I commit myself to. I've been able to adapt to every job I've taken on so far.
You can't be serious!
That's why I'm the Ultimate Apprentice. I can't speak for you, but I would never try to game the admissions process.
Fair.
Is that so?
Exactly.
Yeah, this guy knows how to do all sorts of stuff. And I think Superman even called him Ultimate.
Not a chance.
I mentioned carpentry, but there's also plumbing, masonry, sailing. If I listed all of them, we'd be here for a while.
It's fine.
Don't get me wrong, it's impressive you can do all that, but...
Some criticism.
I just find it hard to believe that something as vague as putting effort into all things and being kind of good at them could seriously be considered...
Hang on.
Oh, and he was super helpful during the escape room.
V.
He knows a lot of random trivia, which totally makes sense because, well, that's his talent. Okay, that's not my talent.
An oversight.
Well then, if that's how it really is, then I apologize for making assumptions. Okay. At least she said sorry. At least she said sorry, bro. I thought everyone here was in the same boat I was.
Screw off!
Well, we aren't. We're nothing like you, actually.
Okay, it's bad.
Sorry for hitting a nerve.
Let me rethink this.
How about we just forget about this conversation then? I assume there's more people out there you need to meet.
Okay.
Isn't that alright with you? Let's go, Hero. Yeah.
Just daydreaming.
Guess it'll take you a bit longer to cool off. That's fine by me. See you around. I expect we'll be stuck with each other for some time. Wow. Yeah, that wasn't that great. Okay. Oh, I can't move. Okay. No sign of girl A in that area.
Got nothing.
Only a bunch of very weird and rude people. Though the Broadway lady was fun.
Hello?
You're still bummed out by what Miss High Society over there said about your talent? Don't want to get to you. I mean, she's probably the only one who thinks like that, or at least the only rude enough to say it out loud. For now, let's just focus on finding everyone and getting out of here. If it comes up again, talk to me and I'll help you out, okay? Okay, she's actually really sweet. Like, she's really blunt, but she's also really sweet.
Trust one another.
Thanks, Maru. That means a lot. Look, Momo and Busho are back. Let's go talk to them and see if they found anyone else. Maru dashes over to greet them by the remaining explored passage. Momo turns around and motions for her to be quiet.
Wait.
Shh! Busho's almost got them out of there. Muffled voices came from the other side of the door. Somewhat unexpectedly, Busho responds rather loudly. No soy sauce is not an instrument.
Bear with me.
Wasabi is not an instrument either. What? I hear a chorus of rustling cascade from the other side of the door, along with a loud, startled yelp. As the clamor begins to subside, the door opens and... Oh no. For a moment, I feel the familiar flood of sensation. The same sensation that had threatened to swallow me whole when I first activated my cocoa pad. Only this time it fades in an instant. I blink a few times, shake my head, and refocus on the ultimates that had exited the escape room.
Boo!
We nearly froze to death in there.
Exploitation!
Whoever made this escape room is a psychopath. What kind of lunatic wastes that much air conditioning just to torture 4 helpless students?
You're mocking me!
Well, if everyone had pitched in like they were supposed to, we would have gotten out much sooner.
Let me finish.
I told you the correct answers several times. As a matter of fact, it was your own stubbornness that led you astray.
My advice to you...
Wow. He looks cool. To be fair, you were pretty obtuse with your hints. I could barely even understand you.
Troubling.
This appears to be the last group of ultimates that have been trapped here. Apart from the locked circular room, we have explored every entrance leading out from this central area.
I am deeply disappointed.
Fortunately, there's no exit to be found just yet.
Who would what?
What? We're last place? What the hell? You mean us into witless laughingstocks, Annie Apostle.
I will pray for you.
Bro,
if you say so.
Should we break this up?
My head hurts.
Let them have their fun. I'm worn out. Wow. Takes a while, but the heated arguments of the winter team slowly begin to peter out. I should go talk to them, though. I worry I might become the next target of their verbal abuse. Tragic. Simply tragic.
What's up?
What's up?
There's nothing wrong.
All my valuables have been stolen. That's what's up. My 3 gold watches, my 2 silver bracelets, my 5 diamond rings. All in the hands of some nameless puzzle-obsessive vagabond.
Not in my lane.
That's rough, man. I hope they didn't get their hands on the key to the pawn shop.
I am simply flabbergasted.
Even then, it seems like I should be counting my blessings. Many of the people here had their clothes stolen right off their backs.
Obscene.
I'll never forgive our kidnappers for forcing these poor souls into such ragged garments.
What?
Really? That's terrible.
Have some self-awareness.
It truly is. My buzzcut friend here is one of those heinous criminals' unfortunate victims.
Actually,
I've had all these clothes on since before I was kidnapped.
What's that supposed to mean?
So you're saying you wear this stuff normally? Yeah. He put on his glasses.
Oh.
What about you, blonde man with silly hair? My fashion instinct says that your outfit is made from repurposed 50-year-old thrifts. Bruh.
I didn't misunderstand.
Clearly our kidnappers held you at gunpoint and forced you to debase yourself with this stylistic debauchery.
Not a chance.
No, this uniform's brand new, actually.
Jesus Christ!
He melodramatically clutches at his chest, gasping for air. Bro, he's actually gonna die. Oh my god, call an ambulance. I'm going into...
Cut me some slack.
Hey, so we only came over here to introduce ourselves and expect to get caught up in a medical drama.
come on.
These people really are a rowdy bunch, huh? Not so different from my clients now that I think about it.
I'm Kunitaro Higa, the ultimate pawnbroker. If you ever need a trustworthy person to take all your most prized possessions, I'm your man.
I like his voice.
KT got you covered.
You can call me Taro if you like, I don't mind.
Oh, you.
Well, that's unexpected. I've always imagined pawnbrokers to be like old fat dudes with spectacles.
That's in the past now.
That was my grandfather. He passed the pawn shop on to me when I was 17.
Good old days.
And I've been running it ever since. How old is he? Apparently I did well enough to be recognized as an ultimate. Aside from bookkeeping and chatting it up with my clients every once in a while, it's not that hard of a job. That's a pretty cool trinket you have around your neck. Did it belong to one of your clients?
Pure gold.
Oh, you mean the Jewel of Father Time? My family has been holding it onto it for over 50 years. It's the most expensive item in their collection.
It's the real deal.
Before he gave me the keys to the shop, my grandpops told me to protect the stopwatch of my life until its owner finally returns. I carry it around with me 24/7. Wow.
Oh, check this out.
Why, do you want to buy it? No, I actually have a similar story with this. Not similar, but this means a lot to me, man. This cross, it does. That's why I wear it in every video. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I wear this in every single video and stream. Like this, it really does mean a lot to me. For reasons I won't get into, but I do cherish it. Why, do you want to buy it?
Huh?
No, I don't want to buy it. Well, I don't think I could afford something like that with that price tag. Even if it would help calm the nerves of Mr. Fashion Police over here. It wouldn't. It really wouldn't.
It's for real, my guy.
I do give discounts. I mean, it clearly can't be worth much if no one wanted it for half a century. That was a joke.
LOL.
Isn't it a little much to devote all that energy to a single client from all that time ago?
I expected this from you.
I imagine it's because he barely has any clients. What kind of person would ever use a pawn shop?
Have some self-awareness.
The mere thought of selling anything to some disreputable hoarder is bad enough.
Extortion!
And yet, I have to pay them interest when I want my items back? Extortion, I say. Extortion!
It's not that deep.
I think it's a fair enough deal. It works kind of like a bank, right?
Classic.
The atmosphere in my pawn shop is certainly better than that of a bank. There's fewer security guards and less needless paperwork.
Not on my watch.
Not to mention the modern bank's reliance on digital currency. I don't know why people would ever entrust their money to such fallible tech.
It's all garbage.
Natural disaster? Data breach? Hell, disgruntled employee unplugs the server? Boom, life savings gone.
I'm not
Is that really how it works? There have to be safeguards against that kind of thing.
No!
Of course there are. This guy doesn't have any idea what he's talking about.
Quite unbecoming of you.
Lacking fiscal I'm so sorry. I did not sleep well last night. I did not mean to yawn in the middle of talking. Lacking both fiscal and fashion sense. My. What a combination.
You ruined everything, bro.
Be grateful that I'm one of the more charitable members of my family for even agreeing to speak with you. Alright, this guy, bro. Your family? Who are you, dude?
An esteemed individual such as myself.
This guy, bro. You've probably never heard of us. We're far too classy to flaunt our prestige like this so-called elite often do.
You stand in the presence of Onichi Itagaki, ultimate tailor and heir to the Itagaki fashion empire.
If you're so good with fashion, why is your tie tucked in your shirt?
It can't be.
Wait, your stores are the ones that keep on playing Christmas music in September, aren't they?
Kiss my grits.
Despicable. You're not only torturing your retail workers with long hours and low pay, but you're splitting vocals as well. Thank you!
I look fine!
Look, I'm not responsible for what my family does, okay? I barely even talk to them.
Buddy.
How? You're the one who brought them up.
I never asked for this!
That's only because I was trained to do so. Itagaki greetings have been standardized for decades. In casual conversation, I focus less on them and more on my individual achievements.
Leave it to me!
Case in point, this 100 million yen suit that I tailored myself. Stylish, isn't it? It was valued by the ultimate appraiser herself.
Oh.
Wow. I didn't even know clothing could cost that much.
Only 1,000 yen.
I'll give you 1,000 for it. No.
I refuse to believe it.
He just straight up said no! That was great. The value of that suit is probably inflated anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's much easier to bribe an appraiser than it is to make a suit that costs that much. Especially when said suit looks like something out of a rejected card game anime. Bruh. Why You're exposing me to your horrid fashion sense, forced me into medical emergency, falsely claiming that my family tortures workers with time-inappropriate holiday spirit.
I expected this from
You've insulted me long enough. I will no longer tolerate you or this conversation.
Leave at once.
Leave at once, and don't return until you recognize the privilege of my company. Dude, this guy, bro. Come on, man. Come on.
Not a chance.
We can't leave. We're literally trapped here.
How insensitive.
I'm done talking to you.
It's time
Don't
to
worry
stop.
about him. He'll calm down eventually. He's like this with the others as well. Maru and I look at each other and shrug before turning from an increasingly incensed Onichi. We direct our sights at another among the Winter Team Ultimates who is furiously thumbing away at a large, intricate book.
Hello!
Best girl? That's amazing. Say, you guys haven't seen an espresso machine around here, have you?
Did not see that
no?
coming.
Where did you find that mug, anyway? Seems like someone knows a hell of a lot about me, because it was with me when I woke up.
Why are you so obsessed
Best
with
girl?
me?
Aw, thanks.
What?
The cup refers to me, Pinky. Says the girl wearing more pink than me. Plus, I'm the only one who can actually read it from this angle.
Touché.
But you're still mistaken.
Yeah, baby.
Best girl has been with me through thick and thin. She's like a sister to me. She's provided me with hundreds, nay, thousands of bountiful bittersweet brews. A true source of unlimited power.
Wah. Major mommy.
Whatever temporary affinity you believe you have with this cup is meaningless. Only I am the best girl, comprende?
Bro.
Fine, I get it. Can't get between a woman and her daily dose of socially acceptable drugs. I'm still confused why you have that thing.
Here's a good one.
Obviously, it's because my talent requires me to work my butt off from dusk to dawn.
Let me see.
Is that so? What's your name and title?
Konishi! Chikamakonishi! I'm the ultimate extreme couponer!
That is such a specific talent. A wonderful title. Sometimes I wish I was called the ultimate extreme activist.
What do you mean?
If you were an extreme activist, you probably would be in prison or dead. Wow, okay.
I understand.
So you're good at saving money then?
Money, 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 money!
Only the greatest in Japan. Stores downright hate me. I think some of them actually owe me money.
Selfie!
Bruh. As they should. It's only fair to punish them for their relentless price gouging.
Here's a tip.
There's even been times where I've cleaned their shelves bare with my trusty grimoire.
Yeah.
Your grimoire? Her book of coupons.
You're gonna love it!
I'm a master in the art of coupon collecting, but the grimoire is my 70-pound coupon binder.
For real!
The spells of the grimoire have dark functions indeed, able to sway any realtor worker into parting with the stock of their corporate overlords.
Go on.
I gathered these powerful hexes from tattered magazines, discarded cereal boxes in my neighbor's trash bins.
It can't be.
Stealing from your neighbors? That's almost as bad as straight up shoplifting.
Don't
Shops are
get
way
it.
too heavy to be lifted. They're like 50 tons of concrete. Oh my god. This girl.
1v1, scrub!
Plus, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
I refuse to
Survive?
believe it.
Surely that's in it. No, she's serious.
You rich people!
Nope. I was super poor when I first started building my coupon collection. Like super poor. With 10 U's.
Negative Nancy.
I dined with rats and ate microwave dirt. Okay, no you didn't. I lived in a mud shack next to a radioactive coal factory. Dude, this is not a one-piece backstory. Come on, man. That must have been so hard for you.
Making it rain, baby!
After a few years of being thrifty, I'm finally living my best life. At this point, I've accumulated enough coupons to last me and the fam 3 lifetimes.
I'm grateful.
That's insane. Don't you have any coupons that you can share, do you? No, she's not gonna share. Why would she share? Are you okay? She's not gonna share. What?
We Wells curses you.
They wants it, but they can't have it.
Save me, Grimoire!
What? She's talking to her book? It's okay, precious Grimoire. Mommy won't let him get his filthy hands on you. Chikuma continues muttering to the book, occasionally stopping to shoot a dirty look in our direction.
Come on.
Well then, we do our best to get going. Mara and I cautiously back away from her, holding our hands in the air like a pair of wanted criminals. Halt! Oh god.
Enough of your game!
Retreat 10 paces, arms down and palms up.
Huh?
Okay. Mara and I are so thoroughly shocked by the forcefulness of her command that we oblige without protest. The strange woman pulls out disinfectant spray, begins flooding her hands with a deluge of chemicals.
You bitch!
Why did you give us so much?
Filthy simian!
Filthy simian? Are you serious? Dude. Your hands are covered with the filth of pestilence, viruses, bacteria, fungi, and parasites. The servants of the White Horseman. Bro.
You cretin!
Not a soul in this wretched place has a sense of proper hygiene. Touching all those filthy puzzle mechanisms with their unkempt hands. I plan to remedy that. Due to the absence of clean water, we'll have to make do with this disinfectant and lots of it.
You can't be serious!
Is it really okay to be this worried about a few germs? I mean, over a dozen Ultimates have been kidnapped. We've stumbled upon some massive conspiracy. I rub my hands anxiously, worried the excessive amount of disinfectant might somehow damage my skin. She must have been using some kind of strange formula, too. All of it is already dissolved.
Inconceivable!
A few? A few?
Are you blind?
Were it not for my chemical baptism, millions of microbes would be crawling on your fingertips, witnessing, writhing, feasting, and multiplying without restraint. They'll be back. The remaining 1% of bacteria will rally in their forces and bring about an infectious apocalypse. The 1%...
I give up.
Is your talent related to killing germs or something? I mean, I'd be surprised if you're this passionate about anything else.
I do not merely kill germs. I purge their material vessels with my weapons of alchemy and send them back to their infernal masters. I am Uta Kawagichi, the ultimate epidemiologist. Forgive me for this blasphemy, but wash your goddamn hands.
Hey, she's right. Wash your hands.
Those are indeed words.
Pathology? Is that a real word?
Heed these words.
Real as the word of God. I study disease outbreaks and their countermeasures.
Your hygiene is quite poor.
You'll find that the best countermeasure is a basic personal hygiene. Many epidemics could have been prevented this way. An idea I find deeply frustrating.
This cannot be.
Think of all the lives that were lost, that will continue to be lost, all preventable if just a few people weren't so hygienically challenged.
Yeah.
Right, we get it.
Assist me.
However, I suppose I should rest my efforts for a while. I was not expecting that. My disinfectant supplies are waning, and chasing all of you to enforce cleanliness standards is bound to cause a cross-contamination.
I am pleased.
So you've all stumbled upon a bit of luck, it seems. Feel free to muck around in your filth to your heart's content. Wow, how generous of you.
Ugh.
In the meantime, I'll search relentlessly for the sinner who trapped us in this disease-riddled hovel.
You will be purged.
The state of their hideout mirrors their soul, vile to its core. I shall take it upon myself to cleanse their entire being.
What?
You aren't gonna, make them swallow hand sanitizer, will
I shall lead the way.
We'll see. The depths of their villainy may require experimental treatment. She scans the room, her eyes a pair of daggers and her spray bottle at the ready. Remind me not to get on her bad side.
Hey.
Hero, something's off here.
Hello again.
What's up?
No?
We've talked to every ultimate, explored every open passage, and there's still no sign of Girl A. Yeah, she's right. I glanced around the room, unable to find anyone that matches Girl A's admittedly vague description.
I got nothing.
Do you think the corrupt mayor and Smurfette just made her a no?
That's rude.
That's incredibly disrespectful.
It's plausible.
No, maybe there's some kind of ultimate hide-and-seek expert or something.
That's just a rumor.
Or maybe just putting it out there, they're the ones who kidnapped us and they've been hiding in some kind of hidden room the whole time?
Let's just
Maru, cut it out.
on.
I genuinely don't believe that any of our kidnappers are in the room with us. Are you sure about that?
Incorrect.
Why not? It'd make for quite a shocking reveal. Why would any of them risk their own safety when they could just watch us from afar? It doesn't make any sense.
Hang on.
Don't go derailing my argument with logic.
Come on.
Fine. We'll keep looking. Should we check the circular door again? We never managed to unlock it, did we? It was locked pretty tight when we last checked. Bro.
You bitch!
Let us out, or we'll have everyone gang up and blow this door off its goddamn hinges.
Kiss my grits.
Walking over a dozen people in a tiny cramped room, stealing their belongings? Who do you think you are, airport what's wrong?
Excuse me?
Why did you... What happened? What the heck? The circular door hangs slightly ajar. A maleficent figure lurks on the other side. It glares at us. Maru and I freeze in place, suddenly afflicted by a sense of sheer terror. Without warning, the wooden door slithers open. The shadow is cast into light.
Good to see you.
Hello there. Okay, bro.
What's going on?
My sincerest apologies, I didn't mean to frighten you. A strange woman quietly adjusts her glasses and peers at us. You must be Hiroki and Maru, right?
Did not see that coming.
You know her names?
Are you kidding?
Of course she does. She's clearly the one who trapped us all here.
I'm gonna strike.
Just look at her fancy outfit and her ID card, her glasses. She's dressed like some kind of privately contracted security officer.
I see.
Oh, I was told you all possess colorful personalities, but never mind.
You have potential.
There's quite an innocent reason I know your name, Maru. I'm one of the instructors.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
BS. Aren't you too young for that?
Allow me to explain.
That's awfully sweet of you, but no. I'm just your teacher, or at least I was supposed to be.
What?
How on earth are we supposed to know you're legit? It's not like they told any of us how any of this was supposed to
It's
work.
merely my responsibility.
You can take a closer look at my ID card if you want, Maru.
Despite these unforeseen circumstances, it's nice to meet so many of my pupils. I'm Shiori Nakagawa. ultimate instructor for the Academy's 17th class. You can also call me Professor, or even just Miss N.
Ultimate instructor. You know, that actually is giving me Rei Makaru vibes, honestly. I think I've heard that name before. Yeah, I'm sure of it. She's definitely a teacher here. Maru's been vigorously studying Professor Nakagawa's ID card. Seems to arrive at a similar conclusion. She's mad. I love that pouting face. It's so adorable.
Cut me some slack.
She's not lying.
Trust one another.
You see, Maru? She's trustworthy. Still, it was a little strange.
Let me see.
After that email thing we talked about, I really thought the school faculty were the ones responsible for this.
That's not it.
No, I promise I played no part in this. I didn't even wake up until I heard your frantic knocking. It comes as quite a shock to me that so many people are trapped in this basement.
Perhaps.
Yet, what I find even more distressing is how they all seem to be my students.
Greetings.
Ah, Hiroki and Maru, you found someone else. The other ultimates, no longer distracted by their own conversations, finally start to take note of us.
A concerning tale.
I'm afraid this isn't our teammate, however.
Wee.
Yeah, ours is way more quiet.
We must come from different
Such
worlds.
egregious wardrobe choices, all of you. Does not a single one of you know what a mirror is?
You're wrong.
Hey, be considerate. This is our teacher you're talking to.
Really?
Teacher?
Hello again.
Hello, everyone. I'm Professor Shiori, but you can just call me Miss N.
Huh?
Hold on. You're our instructor? Who are we gonna meet next? The Prime Minister?
Huh?
Were you kidnapped too, Shiori?
Just a warning.
Idiot, she's probably the one who brought us here.
What's going on?
Was this all some form of a poorly planned school orientation?
What's that supposed to mean?
What sort of orientation involves life-threatening escape rooms?
No.
Escape
can't
rooms?
be.
I refuse
Guys,
to believe
wait.
it.
I'm sure she's a victim just like the rest of us.
Expectations subverted.
You're telling me not even teachers are safe from the clutches of our kidnappers? Oh man, we're definitely in some deep crap.
Wait.
Fellow peers, there is no need for hysterics. We must remain
That's messed up.
If it wasn't the school that's responsible for this, maybe we should consider a supernatural explanation. Is he eating a fish? That's awesome.
Amen.
The Lord works in mysterious ways, but this strikes me as a tad too far.
Ah, hell, man.
Does anyone have any idea what's going on here?
Bear with me.
Everyone, please. I am aware that our situation leaves much to be desired, but if we could just... A palpable tension permeates the room, growing higher with every passing moment.
Well, maybe.
Maru, can I borrow your megaphone for just 1 second?
Hang on.
I don't know. I'm usually opposed to authority figures who seize control of communication technology.
Yes.
Please, it's urgent.
Come on.
Fine. Maybe just for a bit. Before Maru finishes speaking, Professor Nakagawa snatches the megaphone from her hands and brings it to her mouth.
Everyone, listen up.
What's this music? The crowd falls into a stunned silence. Shoko opens his mouth to speak, but is quickly shushed by the people around him. I guess Maru was right. People really do listen to whoever has a megaphone.
Since we find ourselves in a delicate situation, I think it's best for me to be as concise and transparent as possible. Like the rest of you, I was departing for the school, alone, before suddenly passing out on the boat. I haven't a single clue as to what's going on. However, in the short time I've been awake, I've learned a potentially disturbing piece of information. This underground location we're trapped in is beneath Bitokukawa Academy.
What?
Another round of murmurs materializes, but fades soon enough. So we're under the school?
Stop right now.
Settle down, settle down.
Allow me to explain.
This is the basement section of the school's assembly building. I woke up upstairs a few minutes ago and glanced outside to confirm our location.
I do not ask for much.
You didn't search any of it in depth? No, I didn't want to run headfirst into a potentially dangerous situation, especially not alone. Why would they have this huge basement just ready for our kidnappings? Are you guys prolific murderers?
That's not it.
This area was mainly used for storage. There were no escape rooms or anything of the sort last year, I assure you.
Try again.
I know I don't have much information for you, but please know that I'm putting my full effort into keeping all of you safe.
Not part of the curriculum.
It's been quite a shock to me as well. Today was supposed to be our opening ceremony, a proud day tainted by a set of mysterious crimes.
That's why I want you all to put your trust in me and work together. If only for now. As the ultimate instructor, I promise you, we will leave this place unharmed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but... We all stare in awe as Shiori calmly hands the megaphone back to a displeased yet nonetheless impressed Maru. While the rest of us had been senselessly bickering it the entire time, it took her only a few minutes to regain her composure and take the lead.
What in tarnation?
Well, I don't know about you all, but I'm on her side.
I tip my hat to that.
Take it away, Teach. Tell us what we gotta do to get out of this
Fate
mess.
smiles upon us.
I'm confident in our instructor's ability to handle this crisis. I'm sure we will uncover the truth shortly. The previously rowdy crowd of students begins bringing themselves into order, proactively discussing their next steps. Is this what a class led by an ultimate instructor feels like? If so, then I definitely made the right choice in coming here.
What?
No, you didn't.
That's all it takes for you to trust her?
We all turn towards the source of the voice.
I have a few questions for you, Professor. And depending on how you answer, we'll see if you really are just a victim in this whole situation.
Well, there she is.
It's...
Girl A!
Stop calling me that.
The woman strolls into the room, a resolute expression firmly planted on her face. She had spoken with extreme confidence and poise, but from where I was standing, I could see that her shoulders were trembling.
Oh.
Oh dear, those are some rather provocative statements.
Let me think.
I'm so confused. Who's this random loner?
No? Yes?
I mean...
Maybe? Possibly.
She sounds like she knows what she's talking about.
You.
First of all, why were you alone while traveling to the island? I know for a fact that ultimate instructors are accompanied by a secretary at all times when they're on official business.
Well, maybe.
Well,
I have a theory.
Furthermore, it makes no sense that you'd only arrive at the school today. It's the opening ceremony. You should have been on the island for at least a week already, handling preparations with the rest of the faculty. Who is she? She seems to know a lot about the school. But to barge in here and start conflict like this? I calm my emotions and try to think.
I'm not holding back.
And finally...
I wonder...
Oh, the rest of us were locked in these rooms. You were kept in a place where you could glance outside and access the entire campus. The fact that the professor isn't saying anything really isn't helping.
You're kidding.
I think I have a better idea of what's going on here.
That's weird.
You and possibly a few others sent those emails to us so we would isolate ourselves on those speedboats. You placed a timing-triggered sleeping agent on each boat so that by the time we arrived at the school, each of us would be unconscious. And you and your accomplices hauled us from the beach over to this building and into those rooms, which you rigged with deadly puzzle mechanisms over spring break.
Got it.
Finally, you locked a circular door and waited for all of us to solve the escape rooms, so you could barge in and pretend to be one of the victims. Right or wrong?
Really?
Wow.
Dad.
Oh no!
Oh my god, did she actually? If she was lying about all this stuff, how do we know if her name is actually Shiori?
No.
Her ID checks out.
What a disgrace.
Given the fact that we've never seen one before, forging a real instructor's ID would be simple. So, she's not actually one of the teachers here?
That's worse.
That would be a monstrous revelation. Fraud of such an esteemed ultimate is the highest crime one can commit. Other than murder, of course.
Of all the...
Please. Just like before, the room descends into havoc. Though this time with a much more negative and horrified tone directed at the professor, who seems completely taken aback by Girl A's accusations, unable to utter a single word in response.
I'm done with this.
I think it's best if you quietly surrender and tell us what you're planning. No, I don't think I can let this happen. This is all just a misunderstanding, I know it is. I need to step in here, even if it means I have to bring up that.
I refuse to believe it.
Wait, just one question, Girl A.
I wonder.
How did you know about everything she said? You weren't here when Professor Nakagawa introduced herself.
That's wrong.
After you and your team members left your escape room, I slipped inside while you were busy with that statue. I've been listening in ever since. What? Why did you do that? We've been worried sick.
One of the worst things ever.
Running off by yourself in such a bad situation? That's really dangerous.
You're kidding.
Hiding was safer than simply hanging out in the open, like the rest of you.
Kremlin.
Wow. If there was someone dangerous in the building, and there is, I wouldn't have been a sitting duck.
I have a theory.
I only left my hiding place once I realized their goal was manipulation and not murder.
Not a chance.
That's fair, I guess. There's just one problem with your theory.
Huh?
Yeah?
It's not that deep.
This academy has actually been on a bit of an administrative mess for the past few months. That would explain why the Professor Nakagawa didn't have a secretary or why she couldn't meet with the other faculty before the opening ceremony.
It's plausible.
Everyone's been scrambling to keep things together. So much of the old protocol was abandoned.
Touché.
Oh yeah, I think I remember what happened now.
Cheese and crackers!
So do I. The old headmaster got arrested and fired from his job, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to contain the scandal to local stations. But if you both heard of it...
What?
What was he fired for? Sorry, I rarely pay attention to these kinds of things. I'm pretty sure he killed someone. What?
Really?
Really? I thought it was just an accident. I mean, he got off a light sentence during the trial.
Huh?
I heard he was hiding human remains, possibly inside this very basement. What?
Enough of your games!
We've been stepping on graves? Bless our noble footwear and cotton socks.
That's all I got.
I was joking. Though I wouldn't rule it out either.
Explain yourself.
You fear-mongering fishmonger.
You should be ashamed.
I see. So the involuntary departure of the headmaster explains Nakagawa's actions. What do you say, Professor? Am I right? You gonna say something?
I see.
As a matter of fact, you are correct. The truth is, I'm not at liberty to speak on the matter. I'm under a strict non-disclosure agreement for these kinds of topics.
I understand.
Yeah, there's already been a lot of bad press with the school lately, so I can see why.
Am I clear?
As for why the professor kept separate from us, perhaps her abductors didn't want her to help us with any of the escape rooms. She would have been able to calm her group down and get them to work together, which isn't exactly how most of her teams behaved. It also could have been like a numbers thing. 17 doesn't divide evenly into much, you know?
Did I hear that
There
correctly?
are 17 of us in total, right? I never have been great with keeping track of these things.
Are you stupid?
That's idiotic. No, it's not. It makes sense.
Give me a second.
It's just an open and shut case of a poorly prepared criminal getting caught in their lies. Could it be any more obvious?
My answer is thus.
I believe Hiroki's theory is accurate. Though it doesn't explain everything about the situation, it helps to shed light on many of the things the professor said.
No one is perfect.
Throwing around such bold claims will do nothing to ease our distrust and hostility.
There is always tomorrow.
It's best to remain calm, and if stronger evidence comes up, we can follow it to its logical conclusion. Yeah, you just got destroyed. Yep.
If you say
Listen,
so.
I know you're just trying to help, in your own way, at least.
Hi.
But why don't you tell us your name and talent first? I think that would be a good start.
I'm not telling you that.
Okay.
She's Hideo Sako, the ultimate theorist.
Yeah, her name's Hide. Bro, that's her thing? Oh my god.
I'm grateful.
I see, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Hide wasn't trying to start anything out of ill intent. She's just used to theorizing about things. When Professor Nakagawa first appeared, she took it as an opportunity to use her talent for our sake.
No!
That's not even close to how it... Never mind.
Huh?
So, Miss N wasn't behind
That's
this
a
after
lot.
all? Thanks for getting me riled up for nothing. Dude, her name isn't Girl A. Oh my god. Well then, since I managed to turn the conversation around, I should try to change the
Hello
subject.
again.
Now that we have Professor Nakagawa and Hide with us, all of class 17 is here, correct? 16 students and 1 instructor. That's how the school runs their classes. This guy, bro. You nerd. How do you know so much about this school? Well, going here has been my lifelong dream for as long as I can remember. I hope it doesn't bother anyone.
An A+ in reasoning.
Your knowledge of this school has proven immensely helpful, Hiroki. You're certainly living up to your title.
It was nothing.
You think so? Hiroki said it well, Hide. I was admittedly taken aback by what you said to the point of speechlessness, but...
Yes.
It's true the school's recent scandals have affected standard protocol. Under normal circumstances, I would have arrived at the island over a week ago.
I'm looking forward to it.
I sincerely apologize for any confusion. I hope we can leave this misunderstanding behind us and start over, okay? What's wrong with you?
It.
Fine. I'll play along for now. At that, what remaining confidence she has vanishes like a hushed whisper. Still, I find it hard to pity her. She was the one who prevented those ludicrous accusations in the first place.
Top marks.
That's good. Whatever makes you comfortable, Hide.
Perhaps.
Okay, a return to business, please. I suggest we take a brief recess here before we leave the building.
Please see me afterwards.
I imagine these last few minutes have done nothing to improve your emotional state, so let's regroup. With that, everyone breaks apart and begins chatting amongst themselves. Though, it does seem like a majority of them are avoiding the girl, Hide.
Please?
What a cool laptop. Can I see it, please?
Hang on!
Can you go away? I'm having enough trouble logging in as it is.
You've improved.
I must say, you appear to be in peak physical condition. Do you follow a specialized weightlifting routine?
People of the Earth.
The will of the people is a far heavier burden than any weight or sandbag. Fascinating.
You're wrong.
I know that look, hero. I'm not actually screaming into your ear with a megaphone. Don't come after me. Oh well, for the most part, it seems they're all getting along. Today has been nothing short but exhausting, and I still don't have a single clue why we're here. At the very least, it's comforting knowing all these ultimates are finally working as one. Here we go.
Did not see that coming.
What was that? A warped voice echoes from a hidden speaker above us. Huh? What language is this? What? What? Oh my god. Excuse me! We're not playing Minecraft! Stop speaking Minecraft enchantment table! Oh my god.
What?
Oops! Sorry, everyone! I accidentally set my voice filter to goofy and incomprehensible. I just wanted to welcome you all to Bitokakawa Academy. I'm thrilled you've all started to become friends.
Huh?
That voice.
Excuse me?
It's like the one I heard on the tape recorder right after I woke up. It's not nearly as menacing, though. To be honest, it's actually kind of cute.
You cretin!
Is this the vile cretin who abducted us?
You've ruined everything, bro!
Return my possessions at this... Don't provoke them. They surely have sniper rifles aimed at all of us.
I didn't mean
That's
to.
not... Dude, this is not Squid Game. That's so scary.
Citizens,
Fear
your
not.
savior is here.
No, it's not. Bulletproof spandex? What about the rest of the suit? Oh my god, dude. Fear not, citizens. I shall shield you with all my body.
You're kidding.
How can they have rifles aimed at us? We're under... Forget it.
Stick together, please.
Seems like you're all bubbling up with questions about to burst. Don't worry, I'm gonna show each and every one of you how to have the best, safest, most successful school experience.
I find that rather
Experience?
distasteful.
Surely this isn't your idea of an orientation.
That's the way of the rabble.
These people are unhinged. Is this what happens if you work in education?
One more thing.
I need you all to gather in the assembly room. It's easy to find because it's right above you. Go through the circular door and up the staircase.
Bye.
See you soon. The announcement ends with another irritating crackle.
The hell are you talking about?
That's no chance I'm going up there
I
now.
know it's hard.
Are you just gonna hide away in your cupboard again? You can't do that forever, you know.
Let me check the grimoire.
The grimoire once told of a big, bad witch who lives in a cupboard under a staircase, scribbling unnecessary and disturbing lore.
Surely.
There's no food or water down here, and while we've been able to manage thus far, we will need to search for supplies eventually.
See ya.
They haven't harmed us yet, right? Let's just go upstairs.
Another thing.
Teach, did you see anything out of place when you were up there?
Try again.
No, the room was completely empty. I didn't search it very carefully, though.
Students,
I think it's best if we comply with their demands, assuming that's what they were. Truthfully, it was hard to tell.
Please see me afterwards.
Gather behind me. I'll go up first.
Super job.
Volunteering to be at the front lines. Such heroism. I'm sorry for ever distrusting you, Lady Nakagawa. We gather in a single file line behind the professor and cautiously proceed up the stairs. Dude. Okay. Yeah, let me save the game, bro. Oh my god, that's Kokoro-saru. That's awesome. Okay. Everyone has something to say? There's no one here besides us.
Some slack.
Crap, why is the place empty? Maybe they got delayed? My clients are usually like 20 or 30 minutes late to pick things up.
Extortion!
That's because they're astute geezers who use public transportation. Dude, there's nothing wrong with that. I could ask the Grimoire for advice.
Goodness!
Are you attempting some sort of pagan divination ritual? Blasphemous! The devil himself must be whispering lies through your tome of avarice. Dude. Take that back. You're hurting its feelings.
God, you're so lame.
How can your stupid book have hurt feelings?
You putrid!
Don't tell me. You've animated it with satanic power.
Exploitation!
He's not satanic. He's a conduit for divine power of legendary discounts. Looks like you'd get along with that fisherman.
I'm not talking to you.
That's not a fair comparison at all. Namiki is above stealing newspaper clippings from his neighbors. Maybe.
No.
Conquer, stars, abyss. Seriously, guys. It's 3 words. It's not that hard. Infighting, peasantry. The primary reason why oh my god, this guy, bro.
Students.
Guys. God, the headache I'm about to get from this argument is making my vision turn white. Where are you?
Unexpected.
Did anyone hear that? The few of us able to hear Yato over the unfolding chaos turn towards the source of the sound.
I'm glad you all listened to my announcement.
There's no way this is his theme.
So incredibly sorry for the delay. I was trying to set up some things behind the scenes.
What in Tard and Feather Nation? How is that thing talking and moving?
Is this some kind of prank?
My word. I knew the Academy was experimenting with advanced technology, but... Technology? This is clearly the work of 4 horsemen.
The fuck?
It's a monkey, not a horse.
I didn't mean to.
It's probably here to avenge all the chimps who were skinned for our latest designer handbags. What? What?
Bear with me.
It seems to be modeled after the statue we saw underground.
I'll never surrender.
Quick, someone distract with a banana.
Hiya!
Oh, I don't eat those.
I surrender!
It's a carnivore. We'll be chewed to bits.
You putrid!
Step back. Are you already the holy hand grenade? Oh my god!
Please, everyone,
Please.
Calm yourselves. I'm a harmless, friendly, huggable, fun-loving monkey. Think of me like a stuffed animal. Oh.
Please don't eat me, Mr. Monkey. You might turn blue or die of... Wow. Wow! I'm sure the others would be more healthier for you.
Oh dear.
Dude.
Maybe introducing myself will help?
Goodness.
This is such a funny theme, dude. Cover your ears, lest this foul apparition of Lucifer lead you astray.
I'm Kokoro-saru, counselor at Bitokukawa Academy. Relax, take deep breaths, ooh, and be mindful of yourself and others.
Bro.
Unacceptable.
It claims to be employed by the Academy? Ludicrous.
What do you mean?
You shouldn't keep calling yourself counselor. Keep calling your counselor it, you know. It may be some people's preference, but it certainly isn't mine.
You asked for it.
Well then, Kaku-saru? Oh my god.
Kokoro-saru! Just Coco is fine, if you have trouble remembering. Fantastique!
That's a cute name, I like it.
I don't care.
I assume you're some kind of AI-powered robot? One that's supposed to act as a therapist?
Yay!
Gold star for Naomi. I'm glad someone understands. I was programmed with data gathered from hundreds of thousands of psychiatric patients. I'm very confident in my abilities.
Wow.
Does that mean you have, like, data related to serial killers and stuff, too?
I'm a monkey!
Well, yeah, but it's completely safe. All of that data is pruned and mutated for my patient's safety.
Are you gonna be alright?
That sounds violent. I hope the data's feeling well after such an invasive procedure. Holy crap, this can't be real. Even Fan seems tame in comparison to this. I'm also trained in 7 million friendly conversation topics, 73,011 ways to resolve conflict without hurting anyone's feelings.
Mom would be proud.
Why would anyone care about either of those things? What a waste of AI.
Okay, short stack.
Let me guess. A good use would be when you use it for your forum profile picture, right?
Shut up!
Stable diffusion is the future.
I'd like to order the Caesar salad with large fries and 2 waters to drink!
What are you talking about? We start the monkey with even more surprise than before.
Yay! You stopped fighting!
That was conflict resolution 5695. Spewing random nonsense. It shuts down even productive conversations.
Here's the problem.
Sadly, it only works once or twice, so it'd be helpful if you got along from now on. No. I figured as much. Take notes, Coco. Looks like we'll be in for a long ride.
Let me check my database.
Ultimates are just so conflict-prone at times, even with the best and fluffiest resources.
If you need to talk, call
Oh
me.
well. Look on the bright side. If you were all perfect, then they wouldn't have needed to bring me and my special technology here. You mean the strange tablets we found? I'll give you 500 yen for them.
I'm all ears.
I'm pretty sure mine didn't work. Let me whip it out again. Mimicking Toya, I pull out my tablet and press the power button. It turns on, though no pixelated hologram or anything like that appears this time. In its place is what seems to be a menu screen. Oh, so that's where all of the Cocoa Pads went.
I wasn't
Strange.
trained for this.
I didn't remember leaving them out yet. Man, you guys must have been so frustrated.
You don't say.
Bruh. I had no idea what was happening when I turned mine on.
Come on, Coco.
Oh dear, I'll try to explain then.
Hell, you.
The Cocoa Pads all produce augmented reality interactive audio holograms, or ARIAs for short. That's what I said before. They emit specialized infrasonic waves that interfere with your sensory mechanisms, causing you to perceive false sights, sounds, and haptics. Wow.
I'm trying my best.
Large spectator groups are accounted for as well, with differentiated frequencies transmitted to each observer to stimulate differences in spatial position.
Those are indeed words. We can survive together.
If you have trouble understanding, I installed captions in all your Cocoa Pads. It's my pleasure to accommodate for all our students.
Did not see that coming.
You're right. Dude, this theme is so ridiculous. I can't. On one of the Cocoa Pads in the menu screen, there's an option to enable Cocoa closed captions.
What was that?
Thanks for the help, Mr. Robot. I feel both supported and deeply disturbed. Now I won't ignore everything you've been saying, like I've been for the past whatever minutes.
I don't make the rules.
Ah, you're welcome.
I'm a little concerned.
Perceive false sights. This sounds rather suspicious, I must say. What intentions do you have with utilizing such technology? It's nothing like that. I haven't figured out how to make ARIAs that aren't small and pixelated, so these Cocoa Pads are currently only used for our gift system.
I'm so helpful.
I'm planning to distribute randomized gifts to students, which you can share with each other to build long-lasting, meaningful friendships.
Excuse me?
Wait, so that pixelated leaf blower was just some gift that I'm supposed to give to another classmate?
We can survive together.
Exactly. Would you like a tutorial on how to send your cute little gifts digitally?
You can't be serious!
No.
Oh.
Utilizing cutting-edge technology for such frivolous purpose? It's almost obscene.
I am deeply disappointed.
I'm curious if such wastefulness is commonplace in this school.
Thanks. I hate it.
No one in their right mind would develop an autonomous AI just to use it on some obnoxiously sappy animatronic ape.
I'm not bad.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm trying my best, but please be nice. It's my first day on the job. I'm just working with what I've been given.
Denied.
Why do we have to bend over backwards for you? You're the therapist. This is not going well.
I didn't do anything.
I mean, I put you in all those group bonding rooms, and it only helped one team get along better. Looks like I won't be using that idea again.
The fuck?
Wait, what? Group bonding rooms? I shouldn't have said that.
Explain yourself.
Pestilent primate, you're responsible for trapping us in those?
Useless.
How
as
could such a small
always.
stuffed animal carry us all?
I'm
I may be small, but I have a big heart and bigger muscles. I can bench press over 90. No, you can't.
I don't encourage
Telling you that isn't really helping the situation, is it?
You're mocking
Pounds? What kind of nonsense is this thing going on about?
I will elucidate.
Ah, now it's trying to confuse us with fictional units of measurement. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow.
Inconceivable!
Tell me, apparition of Lucifer, do the armies of hell also use these so-called pounds? Have at you! Una begins violently spraying the stuffed animal with disinfectant. Please, you'll ruin my soft and cuddly fur.
You should be ashamed.
A joke in poor taste. How could one possibly think of this soulless machine as a counselor?
I see the problem here.
If nothing else, it's a prime example of how professionals in this field often prove unreliable.
I failed you all.
Please, harassing the counselor with antiseptics is against the rules.
You dare gaze upon me?
Let's just break this thing. I bet it's lying about how strong it is.
What's going on?
While it is a shame to destroy such an intriguing technology, the safety of my students is paramount. The professor is letting us lay waste to school property. I knew you were a fun teacher.
Oh,
that is not what she
out.
said. Awesome, I'm great at smashing fancy stuff up. My clients have me break their kids' smartphones. Bro.
You're serious.
That's a terrible way to discipline your child and... Ah! The robot monkey's sentence is cut off as Uda sends it flying across the room. With a single kick?
Totally crushed
Oh my god! That was amazing! How'd you do that?
I am here.
I drew upon the power of the Holy Spirit. Only an apparition can have harm another of its kind.
Yikes.
I'm sorry I asked.
Didn't mean
Guys,
to.
I'm not sure we should be hurting him. He was kind of nice to us and...
Live a little.
Forks and up and knives out, everyone. Tonight we dine on monkey brain.
Please, be careful.
Excuse me, but you'll get infected with prions if you eat those.
Huh?
Prions?
Seems right to me.
They're misfolded proteins that spongify your brain. That or a curse from an ancient demonic spirit. One of the two.
Moving on.
I assure you, they're both. Oh, I still wouldn't mind trying some, though. If there's hot sauce. Dude, you guys can get intense. Everyone crowds around Coco's small figure, each prepared for their preferred method of violence.
Killing is bad.
Stiff, I had no idea it would be this hard to handle a single class. I promise I'm doing my best, you guys.
So sorry.
I just wanted to...
Half the villains
How terrible, we made them cry.
Huh?
Aren't therapists supposed to be like too traumatized to display emotions or something? That is not how that works.
Enough of your games!
It's the screams of the damned. Cover your ears lest you be dragged to the ninth circle of hell. What? Suddenly, the stuffed animal violently lurches forward, shaking and quivering with a maddened intensity as its golden fur scorches to an ashen gray. Those screams are getting really intense. I kind of vibe with it, though. It kind of reminds me of my group before a big protest.
Whoa, chill.
Your what?
Florence!
What's going on? Did you break it with your fancy moves?
I ask for your grace.
I'll take care of it. Uda readies for a forceful kick, but before her blow can connect, the convulsing machine rockets into the air with unnatural speed.
Slow. Far too slow. You must be severely depressed to have such horrible reflexes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, me too.
It's revealing its inner demonic nature! Everyone, stand back while I ready my holy water!
Shit, you're a useless bodyguard. Get behind the big guy!
Do not worry, my peers. I will protect you through sheer force of will alone.
You idiot! That's not gonna help us against an actual demon!
I demand silence!
The walls shudder and creak in terror at the thunderous voice of the red-eyed phantom, which spoke in a demanding cruelty. Whether out of fear, or compliance, or mishappened amalgam of both, none of us utter a single word in response. That's what he looks like?
All of you.
Such a pretentious palette of colorful cretins you are. Perhaps if I had his patience, I could have overlooked your irritating banter.
You are beyond therapy.
But your antics and pallatry excuses for jokes. paltry excuses for jokes have eroded what little tolerance I had for you.
My, oh my.
Quite the quiet crowd, I see. Frankly, I was expecting my appearance to cause more of a vocal breed of terror.
It's finally happening.
Seriously, where's the energy? Cat got your tongue? Call like a deer in the headlights of an oncoming train? Oh well, there's not much I can do about it. After all, fear is a concept you have yet to truly understand. Remains distant, foreign to you all.
How best to torment
But when you are at last faced with a moment of true fear, of primal fear, a single instance of unparalleled mortality,
your lives are mine.
perhaps then I'll hear the harmless screams I've been waiting for. What is this monkey? No, this creature talking about? Mortality? Is this some kind of joke?
So it was you.
As a teacher at this academy, I cannot condone those violent threats. Whatever you're suggesting, I won't allow it.
Get out of my sight.
My, such arrogance. You think something as feeble as a teacher's permission matters to me?
You'll be pleased to know.
Are you gonna send me home early, give me detention, ask me to see the counselor, to see myself?
You have some gall.
I think not. Besides, why would you waste your time protecting these delinquents? They're not even your students anymore.
I saw that.
What? If you want a confirmation of that, instruct these deplorables to check the student profiles on their ARIA tablets.
You will be punished severely.
And no, we won't be calling them Cocoa Pads. Those who do will be punished severely. My Cocoa Pad is already in my hand, so it only takes a second to power it on and glance at the screen. Struck with a moment of bewildered epiphany, a collective gasp emanates from every one of us. What?
The fuck?
Former Ultimate Apprentice? That single word at the beginning of my cherished title defiles an invaluably meaningful part of myself. No way, this has to be some kind of joke. It wasn't supposed to end like this, not after everything I'd been through to get here. I refuse to believe this is real. I refuse.
I'm thrilled.
Former Ultimate Architect? Now that's a bit of fun for... That's a fun bit of irony, isn't it?
Don't make this even harder.
Come on, I got my title only a few weeks ago. And it's only gone? It's already gone?
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Does this thing really think it's necessary? It has the necessary permissions to revoke my role? What nonsense! Utter garbage! It couldn't be.
Screw this!
Shiori, do you know anything about this?
Apologize now.
I don't. Only the headmaster has the authority to annul an ultimate title.
What do you think you're doing?
But to use such extreme measures on one of our beloved students, much less an entire class, it's inconceivable.
What?
The headmaster? That old chump?
I thought I made
Newsflash,
myself
pal.
clear.
This academy and all the schmucks in it are under new management.
Hello, airworms.
By our authority, you miserable airworms have been corrupted by vice, and hereby are stripped of your titles. Airworms?
What nonsense is
Corrupted?
this?
Surely there's no reason to push such sensational claims.
Suspicious.
There's only two ways someone can lose their ultimate talent. The first is failing the annual challenge and forfeiting your title as challenger, which obviously didn't happen. The school year hasn't even started yet.
Give me a second.
And the second is if the school finds evidence of wrongdoing in the admissions process.
Screw off!
Well, that's definitely not it either.
You can't be serious!
Any way you look at it, this former ultimate thing is complete BS. I think our abductors in this thing are just trying to screw with us.
Completely wrong.
Feel free to delude yourselves however you wish. The truth remains immutable, inescapable. The truth that, in addition to all of you losing your titles,
Your lives are mine.
most among you will lose your lives as well? The room returns to silence. Our restless denial dissolves into cutting, icy dread. We all must have suspected our captive's return to violence, but hearing it spoken aloud is an entirely different experience.
Hear me well.
I see we're all paying attention now. That's good. Let me elaborate on what I expect from you all. There will be indeed a degree on killing on this school campus.
Want to murder anyone?
A killing
yet?
game, to be exact. The Killing Class Festival of Class 17, held at our dear academy.
Oh no!
Killing game? Like the kind you see all the time in TV shows and movies? Precisely.
Jesus Christ!
That's patently absurd. Who in their right mind would commit murder under these circumstances?
You are beyond.
You'd be surprised what a
therapy.
victim of circumstances is capable of. With a sufficient motive, there isn't a depth too deep for the human mind.
How best to torment you.
You see, dear students, until our sorrowful song of slaughter reaches our grand finale, the school will be your permanent home.
I demand silence!
Without my permission, it is now impossible for you to leave or contact the outside world.
Rude!
We're being locked in here? This wasn't in any of the waivers I signed.
How could this happen?
Can't keep me here. My sister is probably on TV right now begging and pleading for the release of yours truly. I have a life back home. I have a family. A younger brother and a mom.
Oh no.
I don't have parents, but I want to go home too.
I detest imbeciles.
Yeah, I'm quite aware.
You are guilty of assholism.
You guys are misunderstanding me. If only you'd let me actually finish instead of trauma dumping.
You'll be pleased to
The truth
know.
is, there are 2 reasons why I doubt any of you will be stuck here for long. The first reason is that escape will be freely granted during the killing game.
You bitch!
Yeah, I know your type. What's the catch?
Such harmonious.
If any student wants to leave above all else, all they must do is surrender their virtues to their basest desires. In simpler terms, they have to kill another student. What?
Kiss my grits.
Why do you sound so surprised? It's in the name. Killing Class Festival.
I should have expected
It's not
this.
surprising that I have to dumb everything down for our less gifted students. Even further than I already have.
Die!
I want you to go stabby, knife to end their life, kill them in a room temperature blood.
Touché.
That's the worst kind of blood.
You deserve worse.
Of course, this is the real world. You can't just get off scot-free after splitting someone's head open. That's far too easy, far too dull.
Want to murder
No,
anyone?
the murder is only the start of your troubles, I'm afraid. From there on out, things will become more involved.
The first thing you should do after committing murder is find an accomplice. Someone to rely on, or throw under the bus if things get shaky. Yes, the killer will be granted the privilege of choosing a conspirator to aid them in the coming class trial.
What if the conspirator doesn't agree?
Ideally, you'd have cooperated before and during the act of making a corpse, but death never comes at a convenient moment. And who am I to deny the occasional crime of passion? Oh, let's spice things up every once in a while.
No way! None of us would work with someone like that!
How narrow-minded of you. Would you not respond with force if I threatened to burn your precious grimoire? But I'm getting ahead of myself. When 3 or more people witness a corpse at the same time, the body discovery announcement will sound for all to hear.
When 3 or more witness a corpse at the same time.
3 simultaneous observers of the body, I stress. This isn't your average body discovery announcement. It's an advanced version of it. From then on, the innocent, spotless students will investigate the crime. While the killer, and the conspirator if one exists, will play the role of the blackened, undermining the truth at every turn. Once the investigation comes to an end, all of you will be cordially confined in our courtroom and forced to find the blackened student or students.
There can be 2 blackened? Holy shit!
And at the end, you will vote for a student to be executed. A fatal finale for a fruitless crime. If a spotless student receives the popular vote, all blackened students will earn the right to leave this academy. Meanwhile, the idiots who allowed a mere criminal to best them will be rightfully executed. Talk about a worst-case scenario. But rules are rules. I trust you'll strive to avoid this outcome.
So every spotless student dies?
Is that not what I said, you short-sighted slacktivist? Pay attention during therapy. You're paying for it. If the killer receives the most votes, they alone will be executed. And our curriculum of carnage will continue. But what about the conspirator, you ask? Well, After the trial, they will be cured of their vice and allowed to live on like any other spotless.
But would the survivors allow them to just do whatever, especially after helping a killer? I don't think so.
Oh, boo-hoo! How unfair! They're a filthy, rotten backstabber who nearly doomed you all to mass execution, and you can't do anything about it. Except kill them, of course. Finally, if the conspirator receives a relative majority, they alone will be executed, and things will proceed as usual. This time, the killer is spared, and will continue to walk among you as the game continues. Particularly outrageous, isn't it?
That's insane. That's actually insane. This might be one of my favorite set of rules, actually.
They were the ones who did the dirty deed, yet their lackey took the fall.
This is insane! You little shit!
How do you expect us to solve actual murders, especially when up to 2 of us are actively working against the group?
You'll be pleased to know.
Well, it'll certainly be hard, but it's not impossible. Surely it's not too much to ask a group of such prestigious...
Such harmonious
Oh, wait.
screams.
You're not Ultimates anymore. How unfortunate. But too bad. Snoop around and collect alibis, because this will be a mandatory assignment.
What a stupid idea.
And a word of advice, if 2 people start vouching for each other really passionately, they're probably both blackened. Probably.
Hear me well.
The rules describing the 2 blackened rules will be known as the kill-cure system.
Let's see how this turns out.
There's also a few technicalities when it comes to multiple victims, multiple killers, tied votes, suicides, yada yada yada. We'll burn those bridges if we come to them. For now, keep things simple.
Your nefarious deeds end here!
I refuse to participate in this. That's fine.
I don't understand.
What?
Surprised to
I
see
mentioned
you.
before, there are 2 reasons why your imprisonment will not last long.
My oh my.
The possibility of a blackened victory is the first. However, that is just a possibility.
Trying to ruin
There's always
my
the chance.
game.
There's always the chance you colorful cretins will prove more intelligent than I had anticipated, solving every murder that comes your way.
Stop this now.
Even worse is a scenario in which no murders happen at all for an extended period of time.
So?
That sounds like something for us to strive for, then.
Nonsensical.
I do not have the patience to wait for a tragedy that will never come.
Tempting.
And as the merciful nature of my other half will surely fade as time passes, so too will my interest in this killing game.
How best to torment
Therefore, once the
you.
festival reaches 34 days, I shall declare a kasura? So, I don't know how to pronounce that. And bring the ceremony to a swift conclusion. When that happens, the only rule remaining will be that of survival of the fittest. So kind of like a sudden death match?
Oh?
If that helps you understand, then so be it.
Die!
Okay. True chaos will be brought forth. The bonds forged throughout your time here will be mercilessly trampled, as I turn friend against friend.
Pretentious.
Allies betrayed and slaughtered without a second thought. The most cherished of ideals broken for the sake of self-preservation. And at the end of it all, specters of agony and shame will linger over the ruins of the school with a single prayer on their lips.
Such harmonious screams.
Only one will remain, the rest will burn. Aw, man. Yeah, that's what we were told at the start. The ever-growing dread I had been nurturing throughout the creature's cruel explanation takes on a new form. A vision of the destroyed academy, our corpses strewn across the courtyard as authorities frantically, hopelessly search for survivors. Is this what he's going to do to us?
Want to murder anyone?
Please forgive me from being a bit vague about what will happen. In truth, I'd like for much of it to remain a surprise. And by the look of things, I bet a secrecy can leave a lasting impression.
Not faking, pal.
That's messed up. That's so messed up.
Fate is cruel.
So that must be the second reason why you don't expect us to stay here very long. We're all gonna die in a month or so, is that it?
Hear me well.
Well, no one's fate is set in stone. I wouldn't count on a miracle, though. Just to be safe, you should play it in the killing game as intended.
Distasteful.
The procedures of the class trial are well defined and meticulously enforced. Much better than taking your chances with an unknown rule set.
I think you would...
Threatening as that may be, we will not bow to your whims.
Unacceptable.
None of us will commit murder. Aw, man.
Completely wrong.
That's what they all say, but they never mean it. You're simply performing an act of self-righteousness to keep up appearances. No matter. It'll be fun to watch your sense of justice shatter and crumble to dust. Cut the humor. This farce has gone on way too far.
That's messed up.
Yeah, this ain't funny anymore. Can we go back to the part where we were ganging up on you?
Lament.
To turn the tables so suddenly. Only a demon could bring about such a swift change in fortune.
Jesus Christ!
Dude. I can't with that sprite, man. Someone call the police. Call the Navy. Call animal control.
Oh my.
Sorry. If only, but there isn't service here, Tux.
I am deeply disappointed.
I suspected as much. It is simply inconceivable that he would allow us to contact the outside world, after going through all this effort to contain us.
This is the outcome, then.
As such, there is not much we can do to leverage the situation. Our only weapon is to stay calm and... Stay calm? Stay calm when this hellspawn is enticing us into breaking the 6th most important commandment?
Boring!
6th? That one has to be at least 2. Or the one that says you need to take the day off on Sunday.
Okay, it's bad.
I suggest we run. It probably can't chase all of us at once.
I would never.
No, I won't force anyone to fend for
What a
themselves.
shame.
Okay, you can be the meat shield then. Wow. Okay.
Damn it!
Someone distract this monkey or something. The rest of us can swim to safety. Alright, I'm starting to see, the split between Vice and Virgil already. It's kind of crazy.
I'm a little concerned.
We're miles away from the main land.
I'm gonna strike.
I could try throwing my megaphone at it. It's like 4 kilograms, so like that it might do a lot of damage.
How dare you!
I can hear you, you know.
Too late to back down.
Oh, I got it. Throw the short one.
What the fuck's wrong with
How
you?
How
I
violent!
think throwing people would just make it more angry. We need to find a way to resolve this matter peacefully.
I didn't mean to.
This is all too much. What? Don't cry. Coco, how can you do something like this?
Coco! Coco! Don't you dare mistake me for that insufferable, saccharine, spineless, uninspired excuse for a mascot! I am Bazado Saru, Vice Counselor at Bito Kukawa Academy, and unequivocal master of your minds and bodies. And if you don't think about hurting yourself or others within the next 30 days, I'll have failed at my job. We Wells curses you.
That explains why he's been so violent and cruel in comparison.
Ah, darn it!
Maybe we could try to bring the other monkey back. That one seemed a lot nicer.
Pretentious.
If you're going to show a bias towards my lesser half, at least be discreet about it.
You have some gall.
Since you have the gall to make such a diminutive in comparison, I should probably mention that all of the rules I brought up are just a formality.
Your lives are
If you piss me off too much, I might just snap your neck on the spot. Wow. Okay. Awesome. And that last comment put you on thin ice, Twinkle Toes.
Inconceivable!
That's so arbitrary.
You should be ashamed.
No wonder you're so set on us killing each other. No being with conscience could devise a system so outlandishly cruel. Dude, don't see that. We're all gonna die, aren't we?
What nonsense
I was
is
not prepared
this?
for this at all.
Fuck that noise!
Useless. You're all so useless. I'll show you cruel and arbitrary. Bro.
That's impossible!
No, wait. Oh my god. Shoko rushes towards the malevolent creature, screaming and flailing his limbs in abject rage. This is not gonna end well. Yeah, the music stopped. In an instant, the futility of Shoko's impassioned assault is made abundantly clear. It's actually choking him?
My. Someone felt tempted to reach for the monkey's paw.
Its tail-like scarf had tripled in length, constricting Shoko's neck like a bloodthirsty silken python. Every so often, there's an audibly desperate gasp as it lets loose its grip, Just enough to keep Shoko alive.
Why am I not surprised? There's always one dimwit who tries to attack the mascot and gets maimed in the process.
That's...
Fuck you!
A fighter to the bitter end. Don't delude yourself into thinking you're some kind of martyr. You're merely a means to an end. A tool that I'll use to establish the stakes of our game. A way to show these idiots how serious I really am. Serious enough to give our class a front row seat to a human dissection.
Dude, let him go! You're gonna waste someone like that? Shoko flails about like a dying animal, furiously scratching and clawing at his neck to no avail. Okay, I said that because I actually do like this guy. I don't want him to die in the prologue, dude. Are you kidding me? His weakening cries of terror pierce the depths of my soul, but the cold and heavy hand of fear holds me firmly in place.
Saru, or whatever you call yourself, please, let him go. We'll work within your rules, if only for now.
Now that you're faced with the consequences of your own actions, you're suddenly willing to listen? How appallingly predictable. You think that's enough to forgive the level of utter disrespect you've all treated me with?
We're sorry about Uda kicking you as well. We promise it won't happen again.
Yeah, and I was just joking about the monkey brains as well. I wasn't, yes! Super sorry. My sincerest condolences to your species for having such delectable gray matter.
Your word is law in this academy. We won't forget it.
Please let him go, Mr. Bizarro Saru, sir. We're begging you.
Finally, we reach an understanding. Hear me well, airworms. Abandon all your pitiful notions of escaping from this island on your own terms. Every plan you've ever conceived, every trick you'll ever employ, I've already predicted and accounted for. Frankly, I expected something a bit smarter than a direct and announced attack. I'm insulted that you even thought to try. Attempting to escape, contacting the outside world, breaking our game with some trivial technicality. You'll find it all quite impossible, I'm afraid. I want nothing more than a good, clean bloodbath. Former Ultimates indulging in vice, free to suffer the consequences. Oh, and teach this pint-sized punk not to cross me again. I'd hate to deprive you the pleasure of killing such a miserable whelp.
It effortlessly tosses Shoko towards us like a rag doll. He hits the floor and writhes in pain before his limbs abruptly go limp. Wow. We rush to his side and recoil upon seeing the dozens of blood-red marks carefully traced in the skin of his neck.
He's just unconscious. I think he'll be fine, but he needs fresh air immediately.
Well, there's a lot of it outside this room, isn't there? Feel free to leave. It'll be much easier to commit murder when you're all scattered and unaccounted for. Oh, I can't wait to see who will die first. Should we start taking bets? My money's on the one who deserves it. I might just maul one of you here and now for the fun of it. Let's get things started with a bang, why don't we?
At that moment, the ceiling lets loose a fine cloud of mist, cloaking the area in a sea of gray. There's a small yet imposing figure and melts away in the smoke, his voice growing even louder.
It's trying to poison us!
We have to get out of here! Hold your breath for as long as you can!
What is... that sprite is...
The door's unlocked, isn't it? Then let's make like an actor and exit stage left.
She didn't need to tell us twice. All of us sprinted towards the exit, covering our mouths and noses as best as we can. I took a moment to glance behind me and see the professor scooping up Shoko in her arms, before chasing after us with labored breaths. As we fly through the door in a mindless sprint, we find ourselves greeted by a formless, blackened sky. Unable to see, I race forward with reckless abandon, praying that unseen obstacles or hidden monstrosities would fail to meet me on my path.
Is it me? Or is Biz following us?
Run faster, legs!
Do we have anywhere to even run to?
Everyone, listen to me. There's a path to the left. Keep following it and enter the second building that you see. It should be safe there.
Got it!
Professor Nakagawa's confident instructions temporarily stifle my panicked aimlessness. We heed her words and pass by a set of towering walls, their scale barely visible amidst the darkness. Eventually, our eyes adjusted enough to trace the outline of a building from the murky shadows. We rush towards it, find an entrance, and push through 2 sets of doors. We made it. It doesn't take long for the remaining students to join us. Last to arrive are Professor Nakagawa, who gently drapes Shoko over a nearby table, and Uda, who burst through the door soon after.
Students.
I'm glad we all made it here safely.
This is...
My word, you ran in here in heels while carrying Shoko?
Well, maybe.
Wasn't that difficult to manage, physically speaking? Don't let him hear you say that. Would one of you help me carry him to a dorm room so he can rest?
Without question.
Of course. You've done more than enough already.
Bro!
Dorm rooms. Oh, we get dorm rooms? I checked my surroundings. Of course I remember this place. This is the lobby of the school dormitory.
It could be.
This particular building has enough space for each of us to have a private room, along with water and electricity. It was the safest place I could think of. Seeing how it's pitch black outside, I think we should stay here for the night.
Hang on!
We can't do that. We have to get the hell out of here. Oh, that's her pounding on the door. Okay.
Cut me some slack.
What the heck? It's locked.
Hey, cool it.
Seriously? It was unlocked only a moment ago. You don't think that evil monkey predicted where we would come here, do you?
There's nothing wrong.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire, it looks like we're back to square one.
Perhaps.
Well, there is some good news, at least. Could you all take a look at the door over there? He points to the door to the left. Fan walks over and opens it.
Wow!
It's a pantry. These boxes all seem to be filled with tools and food.
Yes.
Yeah, some of those metal boxes are specialized mini fridges. We keep plenty of food here for students. With these supplies in the bedrooms upstairs, we should be safe until morning.
I got nothing.
Fine. I guess we should stay put for now.
Oh.
Now then, today has been nothing but horrifying developments, and I'm sure we're all exhausted. For now, I suggest that we go upstairs and get some rest, since we're finally It's back!
He's shook.
I can't believe I let him take control like that again. What kind of counselor attacks his own students? What will Mom think of me when I get charged with assault and battery?
Hey, are you tricking me?
Do monkeys even have mothers? I thought they hatched from Dude, no. And I threatened you all to kill each other. And I don't know how I can ever come back from this. This is unforgivable.
I give up.
Okay, back up here. I thought you were the one who trapped us here. Well, I was, but that was only for healthy and wholesome group bonding, I swear. I read in a book that escape rooms could help students learn to cooperate. That's why I set them up.
Unacceptable.
Learn? Cooperate? We were nearly burned to death.
What do you mean?
Wait, really? No wonder you hated me so. I failed at my job as a counselor. Yes, we get it already. Stop crying. I know it helps to kill bacteria, but this is crossing a line.
Come on, Cuckoo.
Oh, sorry.
You're
So if I'm hearing this correctly, you're unable to control that thing that took over you earlier?
You should be ashamed.
How pathetic.
I'm trying my best, okay? I'm not
He's
bad.
probably the one who rigged those
Promise.
escape rooms with death traps. He often erases my memory when he's in control. So he takes a look at her cocoa pad and frowns.
I spit in your general direction.
These excuses are pretty lame, even if you went through the trouble of putting them in text for me.
Remember?
That's true. Even if Biz is the one who's doing all of this, as your counselor, I'm still responsible for what happened to Shoko and everyone else.
I failed you all.
I wish there was something I could do to help. Oh, I know.
Wouldn't you say?
You can help us all leave this island. You'd be the best counselor ever if you did that.
Exit stage right.
Your mouth where your money is, counselor. Help us escape the cruelty of your demon doppelganger. Well, sorry everyone,
What's the problem?
but Bizaru has kind of taken control over the whole island.
I wasn't trained for this.
He's the only one who can let you guys out. I don't think he wants to anytime soon.
You bet.
What kind of lame BS excuse is that?
I don't make the rules.
There's a lot of things that I just can't do. Helping you guys escape is one of them.
Killing is bad.
If I tried it, he'd likely take over and kill everyone. Just out of spite.
Whoa!
Never mind. We don't need your help. If you don't mind, try not to get anywhere near us again. Thanks.
I don't encourage
Please
that.
believe me. I don't want this killing game. I'm a pacifist. I don't even eat fruit because it hurts their feelings.
Heed these words.
An animate fruit is given life given life by the devil. This entire school is a playground for sin.
Shame on you.
Please don't be mean to me. Biz always tries to take over when I'm feeling sad.
This cannot be.
Is that a threat? Are you saying we'll be killed if we don't coddle you at every turn? No, of course not.
Please grow.
You're unable to
as a
aid in our
person.
escape, it seems. I assume a similar rule applies to stopping these so-called class trials from happening?
Listen to your
Yeah,
counselor.
directly preventing a murder would cause Biz to take over.
Yay!
But at least I can give you guys 3 meals a day and a warm, cozy bed while you're here. Isn't that nice?
Wow, wow.
I know I'm risking our lives by
Mommy.
saying this, but wow, you're totally useless.
He sucked.
Dude. I bet it's only pretending to be on our side while secretly working against us. Standard good cop, bad cop BS.
Do it better.
Fret not, friends. Maru, oh my god. Striker extraordinaire is unfazed by such simple coercion tactics.
Looking at him.
You know, that actually kind of makes sense. Kind
If
of.
you're good, I'm good.
If the bad one mistreats us enough, we'll beg for the good one to return, and even perhaps trust it.
What?
That voice pitch was crazy. I got it. You're trying to set up some cheap, lazy, I know you're in there somewhere type of movement, aren't you?
Is this a joke?
Even I think that trope sucks. You've truly outdone yourself, monkey. I promise, I don't actually like murder.
You're
You guys
serious,
really
aren't
do have a
you?
point, though. I guess I need to prove myself instead of just sitting here complaining.
We all play a
Yes,
part.
such a thing would be helpful, I'm sure.
What were
Oh, I know. I can provide you with motives to not kill each other. Would you like that?
Share your thoughts.
I beg your pardon? Just a few minor nudges to help you guys stop your thoughts about murder and escaping.
How insensitive!
I really don't think that last part is desirable. In 34 days, that creature is going to...
Survive together.
According to my calculations, it's indirect enough to avoid Biz taking over. That's the perfect plan.
Kidding?
That's your solution? Really?
That's a misconception.
Indeed, I can think of a great many ways that this plan could go wrong.
Justice sees all.
But at least you're trying.
Yay!
Yeah, hooray for encouragement.
Let me check my
I'm gonna try my
digits.
best to come up with a few of these anti-motives right now. Until then, please don't kill each other, I'm begging you. Coco does what can only be described as an undiscovered genre of a backflip before disappearing before our eyes.
Huh?
How did it?
LOL.
So this is the part where we stare at each other with suspicion or something?
What?
Is that what we're supposed to do?
Students.
Students, I think it's for the best you disregard everything that Kokoro-Saru said.
Stop right now.
Don't be alarmed by this killing game business, but don't antagonize Bizarro-Saru if you see him either.
Please see me afterwards.
Please, just try to stay calm until morning, alright?
Ask anyone else.
You say so. We're on a time limit, though.
May we endure these
I
trying
assume you're
times.
speaking of the... Yeah, that the other half threatened us
Well,
with?
maybe.
Right. For now. Please don't concern yourselves with that either.
It could be.
It seems like just another intimidation tactic. An empty one, as I believe. We'll be rescued in a few days. We might not be able to contact the outside world, but they will come looking for us, I'm sure of it.
You.
You're very eager to get us to stop thinking about the danger we're in. Why are you just smiling? Yato, please help me with Shoko.
We must part for now.
Very well. Yato easily picks up Shoko and throws him over his shoulder, and follows the professor upstairs. That interaction was certainly unpleasant.
Yeah.
Extortion!
I agree with Girl A. That's not her name!
Did you catch that?
We gotta get rid of that monkey, man.
I'm certain of it.
It's just a monkey. It's not half man.
No one is perfect.
From a certain perspective, are we all not just—
Back off.
Shut up. You know what I meant. Who cares if it backflips and strangles people? It can't be invincible.
Done and done.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of central processing unit or server that we could target.
I didn't know that.
I'm surprised you know such complex lingo, Taro. Well, when you've taken apart many devices as I have, you start to pick up this stuff.
Perish the thought!
I adamantly disapprove of this line of speculation.
Is it morally correct?
The only way to leave this island is through peaceful means. If we resort to violence, we risk alienating our only ally.
Seems right to me.
You mean the good cop monkey? I thought we established that it's faking it for some hackneyed sci-fi trope or whatever.
Ain't hearing this noise.
Yeah, it's all it's got going for it. All it's got going for it is giving us motives or something. But ain't motives meant to convince you to kill, not stop you?
Never fear.
Even if he isn't fully trustworthy, we are in a desperate need of all the help we can get.
The soaring lass fights for freedom.
Furthermore, the soaring lass judges one's actions, not the people they happen to share a body with.
So, you know about that.
Right, but he admitted to trapping us in those escape rooms.
Did I mess up?
Well, I suppose we could at least find his power button, though I hope we don't have to use it.
Making it rain, baby.
Glad we're on the same page. Since we're sure about this, I'll share a spell in the Grimoire to deal with the mechanical enemies.
You're gonna love
It's a QR code that will fry any barcode scanner. Wonder if we can get Coco to scan it. I doubt it. And why do you have something so illicit? A magician never reveals her secrets.
Bear with me.
No. Let's not devolve into meaningless squabbles.
Should we do some asanas?
If it helps, I may suggest some asanas to help take our mind off of things.
It can't
Why
be.
do you keep bringing up saunas? We were nearly cooked extra crispy in that escape room. Have you had enough heat? Dude, that's not what he meant.
Huh?
Whoa, cool. I had no idea someone could look so calm and angry at the same time. I better take notes for a future performance.
If you say so.
Oh my god. Personally, I think anxiety might actually help in our situation.
I never asked for this.
That creature's idea of a killing game might seem absurd to us now, but if we're trapped here for long enough, people might start getting ideas.
Go right ahead.
For one, it'd be easy to kill me for sure. Sneak up— Bro, why would you say that out loud? Why? Why would you— What? In what universe would you think it is a good idea to say, yeah, go ahead, kill me? I can't hear anything. I have a hearing problem. You can kill me easily. Please don't say that out loud. Oh my god, man. Or maybe you could manipulate me into playing the fool during the trial since I don't hear quite the same as everyone else. Wow.
Let's just move
That's
on.
not funny.
Not listening.
Hey, it's not my fault I use humor to cope. Toya does a quick little tap dance while spinning her ear trumpet around in her hands. Say, does that horn actually work as a hearing aid?
Let's dazzle the crowd.
Of course not. It's a prop I used to get laughs out of people.
You like jazz?
You like jazz? Don't worry, I got the real things too. Though at this point, I don't really need them anymore.
My word.
I see. I was wondering why you would carry such a thing. It felt a bit dark, if you don't mind me saying.
You got it, chum.
Yep, my humor gets a bit weird and wacky when it feels like it.
I'll be honest.
This is quite the conversation for a group of could-be killers to have.
Yes?
If you must accuse anyone of committing murder in the future, I would place my bets on the affront to God and science, which thrives in the tears of children.
This isn't the first
Are you talking about me?
I am deeply disappointed.
Uda, such words are unforgivable.
Not a bad idea.
What do you expect her to be a victim of? I can't say I don't see it. Dude.
I'm scared.
Oh my, what a terrifying expression. It's fine. I mean, what am I gonna do about these insults? Tell my parents? Dude. This group of people.
What in tarnation?
I mean, oh no, how sad.
Oh.
Ouch, now I feel like the villain here.
Carry on, then.
Oh, I, on the other hand, do not. I was merely speaking my mind, as I do in my sermons.
This requires special attention.
Do your sermons typically involve tactless remarks?
All is well?
I consider myself to be rather tame, at least compared to the members of certain other oh my god. Denominations.
Nice.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, dude, I got it on the 5th try. Hell yeah, bro.
Amen.
Pray that you never face the dread of a smiling man in a monochromatic attire at your door.
Have some self-awareness.
As a matter of fact, we've all faced such dread before. We've been feeling it ever since you opened your mouth. You're lucky I don't have security with me. Folks like you usually get chased out by the hounds.
Let's not overdo it.
Certainly have my work cut out for me.
Release all negative
Let's start with the
energies.
simple asanas first. Participation for you two is mandatory.
I look fine.
Please, I haven't done stretches in years. I pay someone else to do them for me. Dude, oh my god. I better start running then.
Who would what?
I may do just that. Well, looks like they're all in high spirits. It seems they'll be fine on their own. In the meantime, I should probably head to the second floor. The professor did recommend we get some rest.
Hello?
Oh, Hero, are you heading up already?
Bro.
Honestly, I don't blame you. It's been such a crazy day. I would never have guessed I'd end up in a situation like this.
Hello again.
Wait, weren't you one of the first people to say that we were kidnapped?
I'm gonna strike.
Well, yeah, I always knew that possibility, but I expected it to be some slimy, union-busting oligarch, not some crazy murder monkey. Well, regardless of who or why, I'm glad no one seems to be taking that killing game business to heart.
I'm not sure.
No one in their right mind would attempt something so vicious. That biz creature deserves a rude awakening. Yeah, honestly, despite this absolute dumpster fire of a day, I actually had a lot of fun.
Selfie.
Maybe I'm trying to cope in my own weird way, but I actually like getting the chance to meet you all. Yes, even Shoko.
Did not see that coming.
That or you finally lost it? Really? Even the twerp? Hey, anyone with the balls to stand up to authority like he did deserves a little respect in my book. That and the fewer short jokes.
Yeah.
Point taken, I suppose.
Oh, you.
But enough about that loser. You were a great exploration partner, Puzzle Dude. Thanks for putting up with me for so long.
I'm flattered.
Thanks. It was nice to meet you too.
Selfie.
Alright then, I'm gonna go back up to chatting with everyone. These idiots need someone to shoot their crazy ideas down.
See ya.
Good night. Stay safe. I think Mara helped me out a lot today. It's great to see someone with so much positive energy, especially in a situation like this. With that, I think it's finally time to head upstairs. If I remember correctly, the men's dorms are on the right side. Please don't die first. Please. I like her a lot. She's really sweet. Even if she's a blunt person. I really don't want her to die first, man. Okay, let me save. Dude, look at her. Oh, that's adorable. Oh my god, look at this guy, bruh. I'm not that tall. Wow. I just realized I'm not that tall. Okay, let me save.
I'm all ears.
I'll let you make deaf jokes if you let me make arm jokes.
I can handle
Dude,
anything.
an enticing offer.
You got it, chum.
Want to shake on it? I'd reply back sarcastically in sign language, but I have a speech impediment. Wow! I'll take that as a yes then. Okay, I'll start. Who has 2 thumbs and hates fishing? Dude, they would melt my head on a wall if they ever found out about this conversation. Oh my god.
Not yummy.
For the record, I do not thrive on the tears of children. I only drink them when there aren't any blood bags around. It's not like I enjoy it. What the heck? This does not help your case. Oh my god. Goodness, despite being younger than I am, you are completely incapable of doing even the simplest of stretches, even with my assistance. Oh my god. This is torture. Call the Nibra. Oh my god.
For shame!
Please tell me you reimbursed your neighbors after you took their coupons.
Here's a good one.
I would never not reimburse them, if that's what you're wondering.
Your nefarious
I know
deeds
enough grammar
end
to realize
here.
that doesn't work out to be a plea of innocence.
What do you mean?
Would it make you feel better if I lie and say that I did?
Don't
Honestly,
get
I
it.
might start doing it if it helps you sleep at night. Chikuma turns to me and whispers,
Here's a tip.
Hey Hero, word of advice, deep sleepers are easier to steal from. I'm just gonna walk away. Oh my god.
Pure gold.
And that's why I keep it on my person at all times. Dude, with a backstory like that, only 150,000 yen is a steal. Dude, that face is incredible. Oh my god. We already talked.
Very well.
Once I threatened him with disinfectant, that heathen quickly abandoned his efforts to force me into his pagan exercise ritual. Good for you. Dude, she is something, man. Okay. The silent treatment, huh? She actually hasn't said anything in a while. Probably best if I don't disturb her. Yeah, great job, Hide. I'm not talking to her. He's still mad at her. Damn. Okay. Well, yeah, he really does not like Naomi. That sucks. That really sucks, man. Oh, these are the girls' dorms. Oops. Where's Haruki's? Dude, who is that? Oh, that's Yato. Kunitaro. Shoko. Can we actually check on him? A faint rustling echoes from behind the door. Professor Nakagawa and Yato must be in this room. Okay, they're in there. That's Busho's room. Monzo. Oniji. That's Iki. Here's mine. Men's bathroom? Empty dorm? There's no nameplate on the door. It's probably not in use. No, that's gonna be important. It's gonna be important later. I already know. Men's bathroom, I don't need to use it now. Okay, let's go. So reach for the door. I'm interrupted by voices behind me.
Oh.
It doesn't seem like he'll be waking up anytime soon.
A concerning tale.
I can only pray that none of his injuries are permanent.
Hello again.
Hello, Haruki. You seem to be on the edge, so I'd like you to know that Shoko is resting comfortably in his room.
Surely.
Strangely enough, only part of his neck was injured. A small area in the front appeared badly blistered. Weird. If he was strangled, shouldn't his neck have similar wounds on all sides?
Perhaps.
Perhaps Bizarrosaru was going easy on him.
Are you certain?
Why would he do such a thing? Because he doesn't want to actually kill him.
Maybe.
If he really wants us to follow this scheme, it doesn't make any sense to kill one of his players so soon.
It could be.
It would give us a common enemy, someone to fight against that isn't each other. It would ruin the stakes, as corny as it sounds.
Puzzling as ever.
You could be onto something.
People of the Earth.
Perhaps all its murderous threats ring hollow. If that's true, then there's a chance we can resist.
You are sorely
Absolutely
mistaken.
not, Yato. As your instructor, I forbid you from taking such drastic measures.
That's impossible.
It's impossible to predict what would happen if we defy it, and I can't bear to see another one of my students get hurt.
No, it can't be.
Pains me to see all of this unfold. It hurts knowing just how powerless I am in this situation.
Forgive me.
I apologize for bringing up such a thoughtless idea.
Trust one another.
I'm sure it'll be okay. From what I saw, morale is still high enough for us to be cracking crude jokes at each other.
Why, thank you.
They really are an upbeat class, aren't they?
I always had high hopes for you.
I was initially worried that none of them would get along, but so many have managed to make friends already.
Without question.
And if the Yellow Monkey was speaking the truth, then his anti-motives could certainly help with keep our spirits high.
What can I say?
I'm sure everything will work out
It's
eventually.
academic.
Once we escape and capture the people behind this, I'm sure we'll all become the best of friends. It's funny. Despite everything that's happened, I'm still excited for our future. Professor Nakagawa has a small smile on her face as she says that. I'll choose to believe in her promise. I'm sure that Class 17 will bring about a future they truly deserve. I bid our two medics a hopeful farewell and slide open the door to my room. Dude, I don't want to see Kokoro-saru. Oh my god. So this is my room? Huh. To be honest, I was expecting a lot worse. Though it does beg the question, if Biz really wants us to kill each other, shouldn't he have made it unbearable to live here? It'd force her hand a lot faster. Maybe Coco really is trying his best to keep us comfortable. If that's true, then there's a chance that we can all get through this. No, it's more than that. I'm sure we will. No one's gonna try anything if we can count on the fact that we will be rescued soon. They have to come eventually, right? The twisted impolite web of today's innumerable mysteries weighs on my mind as I think. At its center lies the question most perplexing of all. Who's behind all of this? If Coco and Biz really are artificial intelligences, then the question remains as to who created them and how. As much as I wanted to attend, I never saw this academy as the type of school where people had such ingenuity. And yet the technology clearly exists. I can attest to that with certainty after today. Whoever they are, they're probably keeping a close tab on us. I bet they're hoping that someone will snap, hoping that someone will indulge them and join in on their vicious game. That's why they try to convince us that we had lost our titles. This killing game isn't physical, it's psychological. What kind of person could do something so needlessly cruel? At the very least, I know that I can trust Professor Nakagawa and the other students. They all seemed incredibly genuine. A measured series of knocks interrupts my mental stupor. I blink, my eyes in a surprise as I move to answer the door. Oh, what the heck? Dude, her name is Hide! Stop calling her girl A, bro. She was almost completely silent when everyone else was shouting in the dorm lobby earlier.
Hello again.
Oh, it's you. Is everything okay?
Hello.
Yeah, I guess. It's just important, alright?
I understand.
Is there a reason why you need me specifically?
That's weird.
It's that teacher, Shiori. Professor Nakagawa?
Bear with me.
Yeah. She's really bad news.
You can't be serious!
Not this again.
Give me a
No,
second.
I mean it. She's a liar and a bad one at that. The group might have bought her measly excuses, but I didn't.
That's not right.
None of what she said is true. She confirmed my suspicions when she led us here. What?
Excuse me?
I have a theory.
While the rest of you panicked and ran without thinking, I tried the door to the other building. Locked.
I'm done with this.
How could she possibly know that the other dorms were unlocked? How could she possibly know that the power in this building was on?
Intolerable!
She knows what's going on here, Hiroki. We're all following her script.
That's suspicious.
Isn't any of this at least a little suspicious to you? That's... Of course, you don't agree. No, it's just...
It's not that
Do you know what it takes to be an ultimate instructor? Huh? What does that have to do with...
Jack of all trades.
First, you have to be an ultimate yourself. Not only that, but you have to graduate with nothing short of impeccable grades. You're required to be on good terms with every staff member and spend years assisting them as a secretary. Even then, it's not a guarantee.
I've worked hard.
Anyone who goes through that process is as rigorous as that must seriously be committed to this school.
Trust one another.
Especially since they could just as easily get a normal job somewhere else. As an ultimate, you have no shortage of options.
I don't get it.
Your point being?
Am I clear?
My point is that even though I've only met Professor Nakagawa today, I can tell she's extremely devoted to this school from her title alone. Someone like that, someone like her would never trap us all in some crazy killing game, much less lie about doing so to our faces. It's absurd. It's far more likely that the person behind this just has it out for the school. It's not uncommon for people to be jealous of this school and its prestige. Until we have more definitive proof about any of this, I need you to stop throwing around such horrible accusations. Please? Her tense frown gives way to a tired expression of resignation.
No! I'm trying my hardest.
Fine. I won't say anything else.
I won't screw this up.
Sorry. I know it's harsh of me, but we need... No. I understand. I need to stop thinking the worst of others. It would help if I just calm down and approach this slowly.
I wonder.
Trying to solve things like this has always given me tunnel vision, sometimes for the better and sometimes for the worse. I'm sorry, but thanks, Hiroki. Really.
It was nothing.
No problem. If you're here to talk or whatever. Yeah, I appreciate it.
See you.
Good night, I think. She leaves in a hurry, her head held down and her shoulders hunched.
Bye.
Bye. She seemed to take that oddly well. I assumed she'd get mad or try to fight me or something. Doesn't matter though. I'm glad we won't have to deal with that anymore. Now, where was I? Oh, right, going to bed. My final question. Could any of this be related to what happened to him? The headmaster, right? Yeah, could it really be a coincidence that this happened just months after he was arrested? I know he wasn't exactly perfect, but maybe he couldn't have done anything to warrant something like this. If only I could talk to him right now. I think I might actually want one of his cheesy pep talks for once. I guess I'll have to be in one of those to motivate myself. I guess I'll have to be the one to motivate myself this time. Scheme of death and cruelty. So long as we're unyielding in virtue, there's no way we're going to lose to it. Yes, the defining trait of Beta. Oh my god, I gotta learn this word, bro. I gotta learn it. This is gonna keep happening. The defining trait of an ultimate student at this school. Achieving greatness in the eyes of others, no matter the cost. That is my goal. Once I accomplish that, I will finally have the right to call myself the ultimate apprentice.
Surprised to see me?
I miss the barren halls. She lies awake in the dead of night with an agonized expression.
Worthless.
How pathetic.
All of you.
If any semblance of justice existed in this broken, meaningless world of ours, her efforts would have likely have borne fruit.
My oh my.
Alas, such concepts of fairness are mere tricks of the mind.
Let's see how this turns out.
I can only presume the mask that she wears will crack and shatter in time, revealing the desperation lurking beneath.
And so, our performance begins. The stage is set. The curtain has risen. And all 16 of our players have been cast in their roles.
What do you mean 16?
It's amusing how little they suspect. Though he'd already revealed the true nature of our little game, none paid his words any heed. Of course, this wouldn't have gone so smoothly without the marvelous work of our star player. I almost regret my plans to dispose of them. Just you wait, my wonderful audience. Soon, you'll be all too aware that not a shred of hope remains for these miserable airworms. I am the Lord of Delusion, the wisdom of reprisal, and the patience of 1,000 years. The id to his ego, the animus to his anima, the yin to his yang. In a word, you may call me his shadow. Go forth, former ultimates! Show the world your beautiful vice!
Damn, dude. You know, I kind of miss the, what Danganronpa 2 did. At the end of every chapter, the way they showed how many characters were remaining was really, really cool. I'm glad SDRA2 did that, and I wish more games did that as well. But that was cool as well. I enjoyed that as well. Yeah, that was a good prologue, man. I enjoyed that. Great way to introduce the characters. A lot of them are really, really, like, not self-centered. What's the word I'm looking for? They're loud, certainly. They are definitely loud, I will say that. I don't know what else to say, man. Like, they make their presence known. I'll say that. A lot of the characters here make their presence known. It's nice to see. And I'm glad Hiroki is not a pushover. I really am. Because the main three protagonists from Danganronpa 1, 2, and V3, Makoto, Hinata, Hajime, and, what the heck? Shuichi. What? Dude, what the heck is wrong with me? Why can I not remember his name? I can remember his face, sprites, and everything, and I'm like, wait, what? Why can't I? Oh my god. That was bad. Yeah, but even Shuichi kind of felt like not really an assertive person or someone to, like, really, like, speak up for himself. I'm glad Hiroki is not someone like that, I will say. I'm glad he's quick to defend himself and speak up. I really am. That was, like, my main concern with this game when it first started to be developed. I did not want Hiroki to be a pushover. I'm glad Damon isn't a pushover either. Both Hiroki and Damon have proven to be very enjoyable protagonists, and I'm really happy to see that. Alright, man. Thank you all so much for watching. That was the Kill Cure prologue. That was incredible, man. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys are thinking of the content so far, and as always, we'll see you all next time. See ya. Perfect.